Skype, actually, if I'm in there, right?
What?
I should probably sign out of Skype if I'm in there.
Whoops. Well, you know what? I deleted the regular intro off of here. It's not on here anymore. Huh. That's a shame.
Why is there black tape on the table?
I was bored.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just jump right into it. Welcome to the show, guys. This is it. We're live.
Are you doing that?
Well, I don't have the jingle I wanted. I guess I could use this one just in a shout out to Gitmo.
Sure.
Conspiracies and high paranoia. Here comes another show for ya. They're the kings of Grimerica. They're the kings of Grimerica. Everybody listen to Darren and Graham.
That one we've had in the fucking holster for a long time.
A couple of years.
Yeah. Has it been a couple of years since we got our first jingle?
Oh,
already?
yeah, for sure. So we're just celebrating our 4-year here tonight.
Late.
We've got James
Wait.
with us.
You didn't do it, Darren.
Oh.
How many years now?
4 years.
Okay, you gotta do your thing.
What thing?
You can't talk yet until you do introduce them.
And first, as always, I don't have one ready to go. What do we got under? Graham Hobbit King Dunlop.
There's no such thing as a Hobbit King.
Is there not?
Somebody's got to run the hobbits.
No.
They don't have kings.
What do they have?
What do they have?
I don't know.
Wizards?
Just
President?
chiefs, maybe?
Chiefs? They
Hobbit
don't have
chief.
chiefs.
I think they're more kingly.
Yeah, they seem more king.
No, they don't. I think that's all everybody else. The dwarves and the elves and all that have kings. I don't think the hobbits
just run
do.
fucking...
They're like a autonomous community. Like they're...
Hey, Siri.
You've got a lot of
Who
fucking
is the leader
respect
of
for
the
fucking
hobbits?
Bilbo Baggins.
They're like libertarians. They just run their own shit.
Graham Dunlop's the
Who?
leader of the hobbits.
Graham is the Hobbit
Who
King.
was it?
Graham Dunlap. What was I calling him yesterday in the chat? Graham fucking...
Never mind. Fuck, enough about me.
Enough of... It's always about you, eh? So how you been, buddy? Welcome to year 4.
I'm good. I'm excited. We got lots of good guests lined up, and we've had a good year.
People have been calling already.
We got James in the studio with us, too.
Hey, what's up?
It's inspiring. Wow.
Don't call us, we'll call you.
Yeah. We do have to stick. We're going to have a bunch of listeners on tonight. We do have to stick to like 15 minutes. It's got to be pretty hard, like 10 or 15 minutes.
I was going to use Graham International Sex Symbol Dunlop.
Oh, thanks.
Because of the art for the episode. Have you seen the art for the episode?
What a beefcake.
Did you see that?
Yeah. You're total beefcake,
Thanks,
Graham.
Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of people in this chat. What the fuck? Didn't see that coming. Well, at least we know people are listening.
For the 5 or 6 ladies out there in Grimerica land, Grambo is certainly a beefcake.
Oh, come on, James.
He's the local stud.
We'll have to post some pictures of his calves.
The Hobbit stud. From Hobbit to stud?
I think
10 minutes?
I
In
think
10
there's
seconds?
a picture of his calves floating around already.
Yeah, he'd definitely be a Hobbit gigolo.
I got to be careful now that pictures are getting out there.
Calf pics.
No, the fucking Mars 1 pic that you're looking for.
So Graham's accusing me. So so anyone who's looking for Graham's Mars 1 pic, if you just search Grimerica into your Google Images search, it's going to pop up, and in the first couple rows of pictures,
there's Grambo.
The password's Rambling Graham. Graham. If you type Grimerica into your Google image search, you're going to find the elusive Graham's Mars 1
I don't think you
application
should say that.
pic.
I don't think we should talk about this.
Just add a link in the show notes.
So we threw it in there, and Graham was all upset at me. But quite angry. I picked up a vibe of anger. So we decided...
Through all the laughing, because we were laughing hysterically, too.
He was sure that I had posted
aggressive.
it, and I had broken this sacred trust that I had promised him I wouldn't post a picture. So we chased the picture back.
And Google had grabbed it on its own from my Mars 1 application.
No, from your Mixer profile picture.
Oh, from my Mixer profile picture. That's even worse.
Yeah.
I could see Mars One giving it out, but Mixler so Google's just grabbing that pic
Why
from
are you
Mixler.
using a picture you don't want people to see as a profile picture in a social media site?
Well, it was just Mixler. It was our. I thought it was pretty safe there. Only people that were in there would see it.
You only had like fucking 50 listeners. That was a problem. So how you been, James? Welcome back to the studio.
Thanks, guys. I'm pretty good. I'm just trying to find out who the king of the hobbits is. I don't know.
It's Frodo now.
No. You guys they're libertarians. They don't have kings. The hobbits are way more socially advanced than the humans and the elves and the dwarves and all that.
I thought you were the Hobbit King. Actually, that Hobbit King one's been suggested by a few people. So I think we're going to do a bit of a call-in show. We got a bunch of people who want to call in, or who we can't really do a call-in show because we don't have a phone number. So what we normally do is we just line these people up beforehand, and that's what we've done. We've got, I think, 5 or 10 people that are going to...
We're only going to do one at a time.
Come on, we're going to do one at a time because in the past we just found they got out of control, and we didn't get to everyone. So we're going to do probably like
10 minutes,
10 to 15 minutes with a hard stop at 15 minutes if required. And
for guys like Adam.
To try and plow through everyone here as quick as we can. That's kind of what we're going to do. We'll try and get through all the jingles, too. Like,
Ripple, ripple, ripple before the stick. Ripple before the stick, now yeah. Ripple before the stick.
oh, people are trying to find the Mars One picture.
No, see,
Graham is having problems already. So, who should we start with? Maybe Felix?
Sure.
Did you add him already?
I think he's added. Yep. Should I log out of...
yeah, you should log out. And we'll start with Felix, and while I ring up Felix, I'll throw in the jingle that the people in the live already heard, but nobody on the episode heard yet. This is my favorite jingle that Felix has sent in so far.
Uh-oh.
If more of you supported the show, I'd be less sick of podcasts.
The blah, blah, blah.
Sending out good vibes.
Blah, blah, blah.
Good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes.
Underneath breaths of deep gratitude and prayers for guidance and protection, and put on a didgeridoo and shamanic drumming track, shivers or vibrations and stuff like that. Underneath breaths of deep gratitude and prayers for guidance and protection, and put on a didgeridoo and shamanic drumming track, shivers or vibrations and stuff like that. Underneath breaths of deep gratitude and prayers for guidance and protection, and put on a didgeridoo and shamanic drumming track, shivers or vibrations and stuff like that.
Remember to turn down your volume before you answer, because there's a delay.
Blah-bitty blah.
Blah-bitty blah. Blah-bitty blah. I don't understand what a Skype bot is or why anyone would want to add one.
Blah-bitty blah. And the so-and-so.
Look at the fucking webcam glitching out.
Blah-bitty blah.
Oh, filter. Do I have to mute this here?
I think it's actually the...
Howdy.
Hey, how's it going, Felix?
Oh, well, do I have to turn the volume down here?
No, you shouldn't. Only if you're listening to it on Spreaker, you might have to shut that off.
Okay, so I have headphones on, and I can kind of hear you through my computer here.
Yeah, you sound pretty good.
Okay. Alrighty.
So first and foremost, thanks for all the jingles. He's the jingle master.
Yeah, I do my best.
Jingle King. I thought we settled on King.
King of jingles?
The King of Jingles, yeah.
I got lots of sleeves up my jingles.
You have to send Darren the isolated blah-bitty-blah track for him because he wants to do something with it.
I've been meaning to do that. I gotta find time.
It's gonna be a text tone.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It'll be pretty simple. I got it isolated already.
It's pretty good. I kind of think I want that for Graham too.
Will do.
Blah-bitty-blah.
Blah, blah.
So, Graham, you ended up getting that the package, right?
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have the package.
That was the whole focal point of the conversation here. I was thinking, you guys gotta open that up on air, or I'll have nothing to talk about.
All right, you want to do that then, James?
You open it. We'll hold this.
Hold the joint.
Blah, blah,
And
blah.
you have to talk.
It's kind of cool to get a glimpse of your guys' studio.
Oh,
as well.
geez, we got the
Does
camera.
the camera look
Yeah.
okay over there? Because on our end it looks completely fucked.
It's freezing up a little, but I get the gist of it.
Maybe you should redo the camera part.
I tried unplugging it and plugging it back in.
No, close the camera and then start it up again.
I haven't used my webcam for like 5 years, and I had some like electrical tape over it, and so I don't know if,
You took off the tape for the show?
took off the tape for the show.
Nice.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
Thanks, yeah. 4 years.
I drove all the way back to the P.O. box to get this gift. Let's see what Darren's got.
All the way?
So
To where?
what's happening is I don't think that they wrote down the PO box, and I guess they don't actually send it
It's
to
a
the
breakfast
PO box.
sandwich maker.
Yeah, FedEx is weird like that, you know? Like, I have a P.O. box because I'm not at home to pick up packages, you know?
Was it just next to the post office?
Yeah,
or?
somehow it got delivered to the store next door, or they had access to it somehow. I don't know. Somebody signed for it, so.
And you figured out who, someone who signed for it was called N Deep?
Yeah. It sounded like a bit of a prank to me.
Do we have the
Yeah, I
letter?
was wondering. It almost seemed like someone was like sabotaging this, me sending this gift to you guys.
Yeah.
With this,
The king
ND.
of jingles, not shingles. Here we go. Don't open until passport. Dear Darren and Graham, I love the show. Here's a gift for the both of you. Enjoy. Sincerely, Felix Berto. Berto or Berto?
both works.
Both work. Did you pull it out?
No, I'm just pulling the packing out.
Ooh, it's a, yeah.
And so this is, since this is like, all audio, I figured you guys could kind of describe what I sent to you guys.
Grambo currently has a
before we
blue-papered
open-
object in his hand as he fiercely peels the tape away with excitement like Christmas Day.
There's another. There's
Who cares?
another.
Oh, no, it's a mind
Don't-
mind game. What does that say?
It says do not open until passport episode, which is now.
He's holding a weird box.
I've got a gift wrap. Nice blue
How do you
stripe.
describe that?
Save Sasquatch.
Oh, nice.
It has 3 lines on it. It's a thingamajiggy. What are you supposed to do?
Mine says
Do you guys
take
know?
a shot.
Do you guys know what those are at all?
I think it's
No.
is it a Jack in the Box?
It's they like mass produce these things. They're called like fidget cubes. I made one out of
yes, I just heard about these. Oh, nice.
Oh,
They're like all craze. They're like all the craze with like school kids these days. They also have these things called like fidget spinners, and it's just for kids that are really like antsy and anxious.
It's for adults, too, apparently.
I seen a kid with his finger stuck in a fidget spinner on Facebook.
Yeah,
all
they're-
swollen.
His finger?
Mine says
They're
take a
taking the world by storm.
So what is it? Seriously, like fidgeting, like to keep your mind off stuff? Like it really helps, like therapeutically?
It's like nervous energy, and they say that it's for like kids with ADHD, and that it takes their nervous energy away and like makes them keeps them from just nervous energy kind of thing. And what I was thinking is that Darren can use it when you're doing the UFO quotes instead of just
Instead of being on his
That's right.
phone. That's
I'm gonna be playing with this thing constantly. Absolutely.
And what happened is Darren, yours was kind of my first prototype, so it's kind of defective. Like
What?
2 of the things don't spin too well, but Graham's works.
No, his is pretty good. His is good.
You made these?
Made them, yeah.
Cool.
And those 3 little lines, it's magnetic.
Yeah, I was picking shit up with Graham.
And then you got
I can pick.
Darren. What do you got on yours?
I have a compass
Take the shot.
and a take the shot. This is for Bigfoot hunting.
And I was thinking, I hope that the magnets on Graham's didn't like magnetized your compass on yours.
Oh, that might have happened, actually. I was trying to figure out why north wasn't north.
Yeah, but we're in a Faraday cage, too. That
It could be because we're in a Faraday cage of electrical signals bouncing back and forth all over the place.
That could be, but I hope it didn't ruin it. But you can pop that out, I think, and replace it with another compass if you need to.
This is great. Thanks, Felix. This is perfect for when Graham's rambling.
You're welcome.
Blah, blah, blah.
So I made a couple extra ones. I made like 2 for my nieces and sent those off to them, and I made one for myself as well.
So how do you do it? Because it's in this box, like it's in the wood. So you glue all this wood together around some central thingamajiggy.
Yeah, so there's like 5 pieces, and there's like a couple like axles, and then you kind of just inlay them, and it takes a little bit of kind of planning, and the button I actually like hot glued like a spring to it on the inside, and I saw a guy on YouTube do them, so I just kind of took the idea. It's not like a original, but
cool.
This is fantastic. I have an 18-hour driving coming up. This will be perfect.
You just hit the button
while you're driving.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. When my kids are screaming. Beep, 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 beep.
I had a couple of topics I wanted to talk about.
Okay, let's go for it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I had a synchro today that I already kind of know the rating for it.
Ooh, excuse to play a jingle. Do you have a favorite synchro jingle?
I think the Ramblin' Graham one's pretty good.
Damn right.
I'm a rambling Graham with synchronicities all over the web. And Aaron is skeptical about everyone and don't believe it yet.
All right, go for it.
All right, so I would normally rate it like a 4. And then since it has to do with the show, I'm guessing it's going to be a 4.42. So I'm prefacing with that.
The king of jingles gets preferential synchro treatment.
All right, well.
Pay to play. It's kind of like pay to play. It's Grimerica's version of pay to play.
Yeah, we're the Clintons.
Bribery.
So I was making breakfast this morning, eating some eggs. So I eat eggs every day. So that's kind of a factor that I factored in for the 4.0. I eat eggs every day, right? And I was listening to one of your guys' shows, and Alex Zacharis was like one of the guests you were talking to. And he had mentioned something about some paradigm, breaking or something or other, and that it was going to fall down like Humpty Dumpty. And then I look over at my egg carton, and the brand of the egg carton was Humpty Dumpty. And so I said, oh, synchro, perfect timing for the show.
That's like
since I eat
2 of those.
I eat eggs every day, I figured that you guys would give it a low rating. That's pretty much it.
Is it always Humpty Dumpty eggs, or?
It's something different.
Well,
every once in a while.
James, James has a dairy synchro to go along with this one. It just happened like the other day, right?
Are eggs considered dairy?
Yeah, I believe so.
Why,
yeah, go ahead.
Why the fuck would an egg be considered dairy?
This is from a farm.
Talk to the doctor. Doctors didn't understand. They just put all the animals together.
Okay, go ahead, James.
There's no chance that an egg is considered dairy.
That's true, because then bacon can be considered dairy. Like, what's the difference?
Sheepdog?
I think it's meat and dairy is the category.
But eggs aren't meat.
Yeah, they're protein.
But that's not meat.
Actually, I think technically an egg is a chicken's period. If you want to get real technical. It's, I don't know where I read that, but I just read it recently that
there's a jingle there somewhere now.
When you say when you call an egg an unfertilized baby, the scientist is like, no, it's closer to their cycle. Their
shooting blanks.
That's just their fucking their period.
The protein period.
Period excretion.
What was your guest's name? They're talking about the farming stuff.
Joel Salatin.
Okay, so he was talking about how he just found out that there was a law that... so first of all, I'm driving back from skydiving on Sunday. I'm just driving along. It's like an hour and a half drive, and I'm listening to your last ep, and he said he just found out that there was a law banning the shipment of whole milk on public roads.
In Alberta.
Raw milk.
Of raw milk, sorry, whatever. Whole milk. Isn't that kind of the same?
In Alberta, it's illegal, yeah.
But anyway... But anyway, he
Pretty
says
different.
that. He says it's found out that it is illegal or whatever. I look up, and I'm driving right past a milk truck. That was pretty cool. Like, because you don't see a lot of milk trucks out on the road.
No, a big milk truck that had milk, like a big thing on it.
Yeah,
You
I took a picture of it. Yeah, right when I was passing that milk truck.
What did I give you?
642. That's
Well,
you
I
get
gotta-
that all the time though. That's like your standard.
I need to see Felix a 642 as well.
I think we should get a 7 at least. That's
All right,
pretty
I'll
good.
give him a 6.92 just so he beats James.
6.9.
I think Felix's was going to be, this is what I was picturing, that he says it's Humpty Dumpty having a fall, and he looks over and 2 eggs fall off from the Humpty Dumpty box and crack on the floor.
Yeah, but mine deserves a higher score because you have to synchronize all of the things that had to happen for that. The guy had to get into his truck, he had to start it, he had to go to the right speed, I had to be leaving the drop zone at the right time to get, like, right beside that milk truck.
Not changing your score.
When he
We're
talks.
not doing the fucking fortune cookie thing over again. The 6.42.
I thought I bribed you enough already here. Come on.
You're getting there.
I got my
Stupid.
I got my next topic I wrote.
Okay.
Perfect.
All-time favorite guest, I'd have to say, I was thinking was Grant Cameron.
Nice.
And most recent episode of the third into the fourth year, that Alan Green guy was really, really interesting. Shakespeare Code guy.
Ooh, Alan Green was a gem. We just kind of fell into him, and he was a mind blower.
Backstory with the monkeys.
He was like the James Bond guy, right?
And he ended up having like a heist at some museum or something where he planned to have, what was it? He planned to turn the lights down low so they could do some like sonar or something under the building.
Yeah, he was doing radar on the mantle to see if there was stuff hidden in the mantle, and he did it like he was all covered with the lights out, and they had the whole thing going on when they were playing music. Yeah,
we had a couple people volunteer to go bust the mantle open.
That was that was probably one of the more recent good ones that you guys had.
Have we still only had Grant Cameron on once?
No, twice.
Twice now?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, he's just an interesting guy, Grant Cameron and Alan Green. And I did listen to that Alan Green song from the 80s, and that was pretty cool to hear.
The cool thing about Alan Green was that someone emailed us. We had no idea who this guy was, and someone just emailed, so you got to have this guy on. So we're just like, okay, boom, have him on. And then you just sit there for like 2.5 hours with your jaw on the fucking table.
So who would you want us to have on, Felix, if you had your choice?
I'd have to think about that one. Maybe I can get back to you guys in the chat or something.
Okay.
The chats.
In the chats?
Chats.
Chabbity chat.
Yeah, putting me on the spot is kind of tough.
How'd you find the show?
Definitely through Gralien Report.
Micah Hanks.
Nice.
Yeah, just one day, probably like a good 3 or 4 or maybe like 5 or 6 months ago, he mentioned you guys, and I go, oh, that sounds interesting, the kind of just the name. And then I just started listening to you guys, and just kind of right off the bat, I was like, these guys are pretty cool, and liked what you guys are doing, and now I make jingles for you guys.
Right on.
I was actually arguing with Micah the other day.
What about?
Oh, I argue. Whenever I listen to Middle Theory, I end up arguing.
Really?
I'll just start texting him.
Really?
I'm just like, you fucker. You fucking call me. I think he does a lot of it on purpose. He just plays a character. But I think Michael leans pretty left.
Yeah.
But he's fun to argue with. Because we have a good enough rapport, we can just sit there and text back and forth and hash it out. Well, we got about a minute left. Felix, you got anything else?
Yeah, I just hope you guys enjoy your gift. Maybe Graham, you can put it, post it on Instagram so people can kind of see my handiwork.
For sure. That's what I was planning. Yeah.
I'm gonna tweet it.
And I'm glad it didn't get lost. Happy birthday, and love the show.
Right on. Thanks, Felix.
Thanks, Felix. Look forward to the next jingle.
Yeah, and I do have a couple of sleeves up my jingle.
Nice.
Perfect.
That's my catchphrase.
I like it. Trademarked. Consider it trademarked.
All right, let me say it one last time before I go. I got a couple of sleeves up my jingle.
Perfect. It's a ringtone. Now you have it to cut out of the show to use in the
That's right.
next jingle.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
Felix. Ciao for now.
Thanks for having me on.
A jingle is enough to make
Who's
you
next?
tingle. Let's go
I
tingle.
thought you said you added everyone.
I did, except for one guy,
Which guy?
Bob.
Who's Bob?
Sideshow Bob?
Oh, so they're just in order? Who
Well,
wants to be next?
Well, just
Fire away, buds.
Who's next?
Team D goes first, and then
Team D?
Team G.
I'm going to call Liberal Mike.
Hope that works.
Bam. I think Garett's in. I thought, don't we have Garett on here already?
Hey guys,
How's it going, Mike?
going good. How about for you guys?
Good. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I don't know.
He's not even sure he wants to be here.
We got some
let's see.
backup questions if you're at a loss.
I mean, I can really talk about any direction you guys kind of want to take it. How I found the show.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one to start with.
You can go with that. Favorite guest, anything that really works, ultimately.
Let's go with how you found the show.
All right. I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version, ultimately, though. It's a pretty long story. Started out, ultimately, by a coworker recommending a book. He kind of led me to, or that book led me to What the Bleep Do We Know? Then I started reading a book by, absolutely. Started reading a book by Joe Dispenza. And just coincidentally, I was in Chicago, and this Uber driver started talking about this stuff. Recommended something like 6 or 7 different books. One of them was Graham Hancock. Started listening to some of his podcasts. Led me to Randall Carlson, and then obviously that's how I found you guys.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember that email. You must have sent that in an email. I read part of it on the show once.
Yep.
I don't think I read the whole thing, but yeah, that's fantastic. I tried to get Joe Dispenza on. Actually, we had him. Or was it the other guy I was thinking of? Yeah, we did try.
Did we have Joe Dispenza?
No, we didn't, but I was one. He was one of the first ones. Well, no, I'm trying to remember now.
We have better luck now than we did in the beginning.
Yeah, I'm going to have to add him to the list and get him on. He's fantastic. I've seen him live before. It's great.
Oh, you actually got to see him, huh?
Yeah. I think it was I can't remember if it was in Calgary or Vancouver, but yeah, he was just fantastic. He's just one of these guys that, you know, it's kind of one of those things where science really sort of meets spirituality, I feel like.
Absolutely. I'll actually plan to see him in October, I think, up in the Boston area.
How long have you been listening?
It's got to be going on a year and a half, 2 years now.
That's part of the old guard for sure. Part of the old guard. Who is your favorite guest? Have you heard all the episodes?
What's that?
Have you heard all the shows?
No, I'm slowly working through the back catalog. But I probably go back, about a year and a half, and then everything else I'm just slowly listening to on some work road trips ultimately. But I listened to one of the older episodes, I think, Frank Joseph. It's a very good chat, actually. I'm thinking about buying one of his books at this point.
Was that? I think we actually touched on aquatic apes a little bit in that one.
Yep, exactly. And obviously, I've heard you guys talk about it in some later episodes, too, so it's kind of fun to hear where it started, ultimately.
I sent Graham another article the other day about how whales evolved from land animals, but, you know, he just refuses to believe it. I don't get it.
What do they think? What type of animal? Does it come from? Do they go that specific?
I don't think we evolved from species to species. I think we evolved traits as one species, but it doesn't. We're gonna have somebody on.
Well, that's right. You slowly and eventually you fucking evolve enough traits that you become a new species.
No, that's not. You don't just answer it like that. No.
What do you mean?
Because we've got a guy coming on from macroevolution, and he'll explain.
A guy you picked.
Yeah.
You handpicked for your fucking little, I don't know what it is, crusade against fucking
What exactly is backward evolution?
It's about us evolving like fast, and then we devolve, or we actually like go extinct, but we don't evolve into different species, right? And
we do go evolve.
No, this is what it'll explain it. It's kind of like the human hybrid theory as well. It's not like it doesn't have anything to do with ETs. It's just another person doing great research on evolution. It's just like Signature in the Cell, like trying to get Stephen Meyer on to talk about that as well, right?
Have you asked him about dolphins?
You guys got to get him on at some point, yeah.
Yeah, you've heard of him?
Yeah, I think I actually sent you guys the recommendation of that one.
That's probably where, so I've been on that.
Connor, we should ask Connor what he thinks about wolves and dolphins.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Where's your jingle, Graham, that I sent you?
Oh, I can't. You've got it. I can't get it off.
Why are you whispering? Why are you whispering?
He's not supposed to know I made that.
Because it's in my. It's the only way I can get it is in my text thread from James. Because I tried to save it to my phone. I can't get it anywhere.
I thought I emailed it to you.
No, you didn't.
We have to play it anyway.
Okay. Hey, so speaking of what the bleep, did you listen to our Stuart Hamerov episode then?
Yes, I believe I did. That definitely rings a bell.
That was like 220, I think, wasn't it? Or 219 or somewhere.
Not too long ago.
Yeah, then I definitely listened to it.
Yeah.
What the bleep do we know is actually, I watched that shit before when I was still drinking, didn't care about, I wasn't into any of this. I don't know if podcasts would have existed at that time. I guess they might have.
No, I don't think so.
How long did it
didn't know. I don't know. Hey Siri, when did What the Bleep Do We Know come out?
Bleep Do We Know was released the 23rd of April, 2004.
Wow.
I didn't hear it. What did it say?
It's not too fucking often that he gets it right. It was April 23rd, 2004.
Wow, I didn't realize it was after that.
So
long.
that was before podcast. Anyway, I watched that, I think that was back, I rented that shit from Blockbuster, I think.
Yeah.
It was back in those days.
I saw it in
was
the
just
theater.
like, oh, what's this? So I grabbed it, and I remember we watched it, we were just like, holy fuck. And I remember we watched it like twice, and a lot of it kind of sticks with you, but there was really it didn't fucking hit me hard enough to really, because back in those days, if you really wanted to start climbing into rabbit holes, you had to really want it. You know what I mean? It wasn't as easy as it is nowadays.
Tough. It wasn't as readily available.
Search engines I guess search engines were pretty readily available then, but there wasn't really a lot of YouTube stuff and things like that, I don't think. At least not that I was finding.
I saw it in the theater.
The best way I always found to do it is you find one author, and that author leaves for like 10 more, and it just starts morphing from there. But then it was kind of tough because there weren't as many people ultimately writing about it. It wasn't getting out there as much, and certainly not like it is right now.
Yeah. Yeah, who's the other guy?
And there's a couple of them now, right? There's like 4 of them. 4 sequels to that, or 3
no, there was just it was a big extended. It ended up being in the 3 DVD extended set or something like that.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. Yeah,
I think you're right, Graham.
So is that your favorite one then? Is that your favorite documentary? Ooh, I'm going to start asking these fucking guys what their favorite documentary is.
Favorite documentary? That's a good question.
And I got some shit to watch.
Up. I think 0 Point is up there at this point, so I'm just starting to rewatch them now, too.
That's not
Richard 0 Point documentary?
No. What is that? 0 Point as in 0 Point energy, or?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely touch on that, but I think there's like 4 different versions of it. And, they touch on a bunch of, I guess they do a lot of like sacred numerology to start, all the different things in different ratios in the pyramids, and then they start going into there's one episode where they put Nassim Harriman on for like 45 minutes of worth of clips of his stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Work through some of his formulas. It's pretty powerful stuff, I got to say. They do a good job kind of splicing it all together from a bunch of different locations.
That sounds great. I'm going to check that out, because anytime you can get Nassim's work summarized in like 45 minutes, it's fantastic.
Well, they take different clips of him talking with them. And
yeah.
He's doing some incredible stuff locally. Did you ever get to see him, Graham? Or
Yeah, I went, and he was supposed to be, so he was at an event with Marty Leeds and actually both of our other guests were with him at this event. Marty Leeds and one of the Crop Circle ladies.
All right.
Geez, I'm going to feel terrible not remembering which one it was, but they were supposed to do like a round table at the end, but Nassim just didn't get off stage. Like, he just talked for like 3 hours, 4 hours. It was crazy. Like, he just kept going and going. Yeah, and he's got a pretty good sense of humor about everything too, right? Like the way he sort of trashes the scientific, dogma. Yeah, it was
Which
great.
is all the more powerful that you can still get and reach these guys too, because he is making fun of them, but at the same time they can't ignore it ultimately at this point. A lot of these guys have to ultimately look at what he's saying and go, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
One of the few people that have made that jump ultimately, it seems like.
Good on the scene.
Yeah, see, I wonder what he's doing, because he's harder and harder to get now on, like, available. Like, even the people that...
It's going to get any easier.
I talked to the guys that organize these conferences, and they said even, like, when you've got him as a guest, like, he's super hard to get a hold of. He's just that busy. But now he's in Hawaii, I think, working on some sort of free energy, and you wonder how far a guy like that's getting with that,
Exactly. You got to hope somebody like that may be able to pull it off.
Yeah. Without getting two to the head before... Yeah.
Like all those
That's
cancer
the scary
scientists.
part, yeah.
I don't know how much truth there actually is to that, but I heard a rumor flying around.
All those naturopathic doctors?
Cancer curing doctors. Yeah. I've been trying to get Buddy from Natural News on. What's his name? Mike something or other. The Natural News guy?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, he's tough. He's elusive.
Yeah.
One of those elusive fuckers. Maybe it's because I call them fuckers.
You might not like the swearing.
That's right. I definitely think that's happened a few times. But that's okay. I can't stop now. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
I think Darren scared Emily Lakdawala with his mouth.
What makes you say that?
She knew I was on to her bullshit.
Because she's more of a mainstream scientist, and Darren's potty mouth got her a little.
Garett was looking for the episode.
A couple times.
That was one of the episodes that you told me to cool it with the F-bombs, buddy. I was like, I think that's happened like 6 times.
It adds some character to some sentences. I got to give you that.
Sometimes it gets a little carried away.
Occasionally could, but...
So,
what about like binary star stuff?
Oh, yeah, I think
I still think we're going to end up being a binary star system.
I mean, there's some pretty good evidence for it.
They just found that other shit out past Pluto, right? There's something out there.
Yeah, they found like the evidence for it.
They said it's past the Kuiper Belt.
Yeah, something like it. It actually fits the proposed orbital time perfectly with like the Great Year.
Really?
It's something like it's supposed to orbit around the sun at like every 24,000 years or something like that. So it's well within the time frame of what it would be.
That would be precession then, right? Because precession could easily be described. My understanding of precession is that it could easily be described by orbiting something.
It almost has to be, because if you look at
the Earth isn't literally wobbling.
They don't precess.
No, but is that what Mike? Is that you that emailed me about Sirius then?
Emailed it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because Sirius is like, I wanted to talk about that, so we might as well talk about it now. I mean, it was going to be a whole show topic or something that I talked to Darren about. It was on my list, but we were talking about how Sirius was blocked out of that Sky View or Google Sky or whatever.
Too bright.
And I'm so glad you guys pointed that out. I didn't know that until you guys mentioned it. That was crazy.
And then what did you email me then?
So there's a group, the Sirius Research Group, that is trying to prove ultimately that Sirius does not precess with the rest of the stars.
Right.
And then there's a guy, Walter Cruttendon, that wrote a whole book on it.
Right.
Pretty much all the evidence how it does not make sense for precession to be the wobbling of the Earth.
Right.
And it makes much more sense for it to be like motion through space ultimately.
So would that mean it would be stuck with Sirius as its binary twin then?
That's what he's saying. That's definitely one of the possibilities. That or like the star that's all, or the planet that's off and past the Kuiper Belt, like Darren was mentioning, or something like that. That one of those things is in orbit with the sun, and that it's just the sun moving through space, dragging everything along with it, that is causing everything to precess.
Yeah, that's what I think's going on. And
it made a lot of sense.
I think that'll flip in our lifetime right before we go crashing into a bunch more rocks and forget.
Right, that's the problem.
That's the problem. This time they'll find the Grimerica show, though. Find Randall.
Well, yeah, this is the difference now. We have the Grimerica show, so it's teaching people, and hopefully we can save ourselves before that.
Well said. Thanks.
Everyone in the chat is accusing you of taking notes, Mike. Did you take notes?
I'm not even reading the chat.
They're all saying they're all impressed by your preparedness.
All he's doing is reading old emails to me. It's awesome.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mike switched on. I like it. What else? I thought I had another question I was going to ask you, but now it seems. What's your favorite jingle?
It's definitely the one where it's Graham saying blah 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 over and over and over again.
Yeah,
that is a phenomenal jingle.
I didn't even remember when that came from, and James had to remind me. It was probably from a redacted UFO quote.
We're going to isolate that and make it available.
Blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
Now, is that Felix work?
That's Felix, yeah. The king of jingles.
Hey, Graham.
Man, that's a gift.
Check your email.
So, did you just email him the Wolfen jingle?
Yeah.
All that just for the Wolfen jingle so you guys can make fun of me?
I can send ooh over to you. Ooh.
I just can't even understand. It's like fucking the guys who science me, well, not Graham so much, but James is a pretty scientific guy, but all of a sudden he doesn't believe in fucking evolution.
I don't believe in it.
I believe in evolution to a certain point. It's not just all...
To which point?
To the point when we become a different species.
So the evolution just takes you so far, and then it's like, whoa, I'm getting too carried away. I'm becoming a whole new species here. I got to take this back a notch.
That's right.
Okay. There you have it.
The problem you have is that for certain traits to evolve, you need to go through a trait that has less survival for the species.
That's right.
How do you get past that? That's the problem that I see with it. I think it definitely works because you see it in the lab all the time.
From one species to the next?
What's that?
You're constantly transforming species.
Yes. That definitely has to play a role, but there are certain things that it's not an all-encompassing type of theory.
No, I don't think so either. But I mean, I'm not even using it for humans because humans seem to be one of the bigger anomalies. I'm just trying to say that fucking dolphins came from wolves. Okay?
It has been disproved.
Everything with fucking 4 legs, that's canine in nature, came from a fucking wolf. That's how you're playing the jingle? You're holding your computer up to the microphone?
Ready to go?
Is that going to work? Okay, let's see.
It's not going to work. Not going to work.
We're having troubles here with emails and stuff. Just give us a sec.
Well, it's about time to wrap it up with Mike here. Anyway, last question before you go, Mike. What do you like about the show, and what?
Graham is an all-in believer in chemtrails.
Before you go, Mike? What do you like about the show, and what would you like to change about the show?
So, I think that the beautiful thing with the show is that you guys keep an open mind with pretty much everything. And I think, Graham kind of put it well the other day, or, a few weeks back, saying it's tough because you gotta walk that fine line and be confident enough to talk about this stuff, but also, open-minded enough to kind of listen to what the guests have to say. And I think you guys have absolutely mastered that. And, it's just great conversations, and it wouldn't have it any other way ultimately. So about what to change, I can't really put my finger on anything I would say definitively ultimately. Keep up the good work.
Bless Graham. Just kidding, buddy.
Right on. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike. See, this is nothing.
All right, guys.
Next time you'll be good for a half an hour. Next time you'll be a guest. Okay, Mike.
Okay, see you later.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
See you in the chats.
Take care.
Who's next?
You're the producer.
You're driving, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep talking.
Keep talking.
Talk to James about something. Tell him about Richard Gere crying in that unacknowledged doc.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, he's just, well, you should see, they keep cutting, and he's trying to tell a story about how he can't get his disclosure across, and he just keeps bursting into tears. It's pathetic.
It was heartfelt. Darren doesn't buy it, but hey, I'll just play that other jingle again here.
Yeah.
James, email me that other funny jingle that we should play when we're doing that, when this happens tonight here.
Which one is that?
This
The rock and roll jingle about the fucking Graham having problems with his email, and you ad-libbed that whole song, remember?
Oh, I'll have that here.
Yeah. So just email it to me again, and I'll play it.
This one's going to be good, because this one's going to be a surprise.
Don't mind the silence.
Yeah, that's what I said. When I say keep talking, you're supposed to keep fucking talking.
Okay. Hey, do you have any UFO quotes or anything today?
Oh, I should have a bunch lined up, really.
Yeah.
I could.
That's what you should do. You should leave between
caller. Verizon ringback while your party is reached.
What the hell is that?
Can you turn that down a little bit there?
Wow.
So how's the sound through speaker, I wonder?
I think it was on hold.
Hello?
Hello, Garett?
Hey, what's up, man?
You got to turn down your computer.
I'm going to pause the show. Well, sorry.
That's your ringtone.
Yeah,
you hear that noise coming through your speakers? That's what people hear when they phone you.
Okay, cool. Is that better?
That's better. Is that just because we're in Canada that it makes that sound?
I don't know.
Or is that your ringtone?
I couldn't get the thing to shut off my computer, so I had to fling my laptop across the room.
Oh, nice. No, I mean your phone. When we dialed your phone number, it played some, Mozart.
Oh, isn't that terrible? I've had that since I got this phone, and I can't figure out how to change it. I'm, illiterate when it comes to electronics.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible. Yeah.
Everyone says that.
I remember there was a phase here where people had that kind of shit, and you'd phone their phone, but they'd be able to pick the phone, and you'd call your buddy, and, Pantera would start playing. And even that got old pretty quick.
Right. Yeah, I just don't know. I've never actually bothered to... I always tell everybody I don't know how. I've never really bothered to actually go through the effort to change it.
I'd be okay if Graham's ringtone was Ramblin' Graham when I called him.
I know. Yeah, I've tried to put some of your guys' jingles on my ringtone when my phone rings, or I guess it's a ringtone still, and I can't ever figure out how to do it.
I'll make I'll make all those jingles into ringtones for you one day. Just send them over to me, Darren, and then with little install instructions, so they work on mobiles.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. How can we just put them in the store in the thing for fucking free? I don't think you can do anything for free in the Apple Store.
I can put them on our new server, and you just add links in the show notes, and they can download it.
Okay, that's a good idea. That's a new thing we can add to the show notes.
Grimerica servers. Yeah. We're having our own servers.
Got some new stuff coming.
Right, but that's going to come with a new website.
And email.
Which I haven't started.
Really? I thought you guys were
going to start on the holidays.
Oh, okay. Sure.
What?
On the holidays you're going to work?
On Grimerica?
Yeah.
That's what I do. No pay. So how's it going, Garett? How'd you find the show, and how long have you been listening?
I found the show on Spot. Well, actually, I think I found the show. I was listening to some of the more mainstream mythology podcasts and stuff, and I wanted to go a little bit deeper. So I searched something. I can't remember exactly what it was, and Grimerica came up. I think I found you on Google. But then you happen to pop up on Spotify.
Oh, wow. I wonder what you were searching.
Sorry, what was that?
I wonder what you were searching.
I think metaphysical podcast or something.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
And yeah, I hear the other guys, I hadn't even ever listened to Joe Rogan or anything before you guys. So now I've listened to the Higher Chats and Joe Rogan, and a lot of the other ones. I've still never listened to Gralien Report.
Well, we're very rarely first in that sequence of events.
Well, you guys were my first. You definitely introduced me to quite a few new things.
Perfect. Well, thanks a bunch for the didgeridoos.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm about to send a couple more out to a few of the other guys.
From the chats?
All the other podcasters. Yeah.
The chats.
I'm gonna shoot one to Adam.
A big fucking hit.
Say that again?
The chats have turned into quite the hit.
Oh, yeah, it's a blast. I know my partner hates it. He wants to throw my phone away because I don't get much done at work.
We maxed out the chats. We're trying a couple new chats, actually. Graham will have the links in the show notes, right?
Okay.
There's Discord and there's Slack. So we're just going to do fucking free market. We're getting out of the Google. I'd like to get away from Google anyway, just because fuck Google.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're just going to erase us one day anyway, because fuck Grimerica.
Oh, and they pulled my picture off of fucking...
Oh, now you got a personal vendetta. Now Grimesteak has tweeted it, and I retweeted it.
Thanks, you fuckers.
Meme contest. I fucking lost my train of thought now. Oh yeah, because we'd like to get off Google anyway. So we're going to go either Discord or Slack. So we'll give them each 30 or 45 days and decide where the majority wants to go. I mean, ultimately we'll end up probably keeping them both open.
I got a question for you.
Maybe one will just naturally turn into Team Graham and one will turn into Team Bear.
Maybe that's not a bad idea.
Universe A and Universe B.
So the didgeridoo, is there etiquette on... etiquette, that's a new word. Is there etiquette on sharing?
No, actually, so the beeswax that I put on that you dip the end of it with, it's completely antimicrobial. So it has a whole bunch of it can't carry germs. So if you share, just kind of wipe off their spit, let it sit for a couple seconds, and you're good to go.
Okay, so it doesn't like accumulate down the tube or anything, and like there's not people will use other people's didgeridoos because like. I don't want to bring this over to my buddy's house who's got 5 of them and ask him to play it and he's all offended or something.
Graham's problem is he can't picture himself playing the didgeridoo.
No, I've never. Hey, I had bad.
Can't you just do that?
There's no sympathy from you guys. I had bad experiences in music class when I was a kid, right? Trying to blow in those fucking
PTSD over band class.
Bad experiences. What kind of bad experiences? The teacher came
I couldn't play the horns and stuff.
Beat the shit out of you with the trombone.
I didn't like music as a kid, but playing it, right?
Right.
PTSD from band camp. Wow.
Your fucking music teacher touched you.
The trick with the didge. Oh, sorry.
You learn something new about Graham every day.
The trick with the didge is figuring out which part of your mouth works best for you. So I actually play on the side instead of the front. A lot of people try to play with the front, and I can't do anything if I just play it straight on. I have to actually go off to the side, and then I have full control there.
I do right side.
You do right side, so you do the side too.
How long have you been playing it, Garett?
Do you have one handy?
7.5 years.
Oh wow!
Do you have one handy?
Say that again?
Do you have one handy that you could play?
Do I have one handy? Yeah, I do. Actually, I was just thinking about that. Let me grab one. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, let my screen grab it for me.
Will you play yours first?
I'm not playing it, man. I tell you, I can't do it.
I don't have mine.
Mine is
James, why don't you try and play Graham?
Yeah, you're a musician.
I could play it. Where is it?
It's right there.
I've never tried one before.
Just play it like you're playing.
I ain't fucking putting my mouth on anything Graham's mouth's been on.
Just purse your lips and blow.
See, that's good already, right away.
I found it easier, James, if you put it here. You gotta really get past that.
So Garett, do you
push through?
I've had some pretty crazy experiences with people playing them for me and meditations and stuff like that. And I remember being at UFO Congress in 2013, and there was a couple guys in there.
Grimerica.
Actually, yeah, who's the photo analyst from MUFON? Mark D'Antonio was there. And a couple other guys, and they were talking about how the didgeridoo is a pretty special instrument as far as the actual vibrations and the resonance that it has with our bodies. And it actually does end up shifting consciousness in a lot of people, right? There's crazy experiences. So do you get into a lot of that you've been playing it? Do you play it for people, or do you have any of that happen yourself?
Yeah, so I'm pretty into years past I was really into praying and meditating. I mean, I did it a lot, every day, a couple hours a day. And I use my didge, and I have a couple other horns too. And now I'm actually really interested in the crystal bowls and stuff.
Right.
But the didge is unique in its ability to take you other places. I mean, it really is a very special instrument. I was never able to explain what it did prior to your guys' show. And then I started listening to you guys and realized, whoa, that's what it is. Because I just kind of thought it was a neat add-on, but I always felt that it was doing something. And then when we got the vibration stuff and all that, exactly how it worked. So yeah, it's a very special instrument. And a real one, the Aboriginal didgeridoos, they're actually, like the one I have in my hand right now, is actually a hollowed out piece of eucalyptus. So they have gigantic, gnarly termites in Australia. And they just wait till the tree's perfectly hollowed. They go up and they cut a branch off. And that's a real authentic Aboriginal didgeridoo.
Oh, wow.
They say it's actually the oldest instrument in the world. And I have one from Australia. And it's not as cool sounding on the, like, up front as these PVC ones. The PVC ones are a lot louder. But the resonance that comes off of the real Aboriginal didges does something even deeper than the PVC ones. They're really a neat instrument.
Right.
They're very cool.
Is that the one you're going to play for us?
Yeah, I'll play both. I'll show you the difference.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I got to put the phone down for a second.
Okay.
Keep talking.
I'm rambling.
It's okay with a little bit of silence there.
No, dead air's
No. People are shut. Oh.
pretty good. I have to get some drums to go with that. Where's your little drum?
Yeah.
I know. I have a bunch of drums, too. That's another one of my things.
Where's the drum?
So that was the... what was that?
Darren has a drum in here sometimes.
No, there's no drum in here right now, though.
I thought
drums are cool, too, man.
We're going to jam.
Okay, so which one was that? Was that the old one or the newer type?
That was the original. So that's the original, authentic Aboriginal didge.
Okay.
And this other one is actually the first PVC one this is the one my buddy gave me 7.5 years ago.
Okay.
This is my first. All right. 1 second.
Garett didn't know we were going to call
Sounds like the Cylons from Battlestar. Hey?
That one does have a bit of an eerie sound.
Totally robot. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah, the PVC ones really do have a really neat sound, and they're really easy to play. They're quite a bit easier to play than the other ones. And by the way, I kind of did a sample there on both of those, so I did a little bit of each style. I did never try to actually, do the full trance-inducing.
Oh, yeah.
So are you blowing and sucking?
You do. I haven't played enough lately to be real proficient with the circular breathing. But you blow and then you breathe in your nose while still blowing, and you can actually play a note for 10 minutes if you're really good. It's not all over the place, but it's really neat.
So are you doing the different puffs just by like pa pa pa, just different exertion levels then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
You use your entire face, but you use your lips. With your lips, you can change the tone. You can change the pitch. With your tongue, you can change the pitch and tone. And with your cheeks, you can change. And then you can also do, I don't know if you guys could hear on there, but you can go, did you hear the high pitch part?
Yeah.
Where it kind of went up?
Yeah, and then you also
so that's your vocal cord.
That like blowing, like the wind blowing sound too that people do. This it feels like it's coming out through the side, like on its own.
Yeah, I play mine almost once a day. I try not to, every day I'll grab it.
It's like your meditation practice.
Blow on it a couple
times. This is going to change, Darren. Call us back in a year.
Because I'm waiting till Madison really locks down reading to start playing violin again, because that's something we want to do together. But the starting to read the notes was holding her back, so the didge is it's good, and I can just grab it real quick and move it. Fucking all the animals freak out. I chase them around the house while I play it. That's good. I have a natural embouchure, so I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Does it scare the animals, really?
Yeah, they all hate it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
My dogs freak out and bark at me.
Maybe that's why we fucking had a didge back in the day. Get these fucking animals out of here.
Especially in Australia.
You just hang out by your crops and they're just like, nope.
Have you guys ever heard of a shofar?
What?
A shofar?
Shofar?
Yeah.
No.
It's an Israeli, it's a Hebrew instrument. It's actually like a horn off of an animal. I actually have those too. Those are also really cool. They're not as trance-inducing as the didge is, but it's really cool to start your meditation with that. Like I feel like it clears the atmosphere or something.
Nice cleansing.
Yeah.
Like sage. My whole house smells like sage. My wife just got new sage today.
Yeah, I feel like it does this kind of the same sort of thing. I mean, it's a little bit.
I know the bowls do.
Instrumental, but
you like to play your bowl of your crystals, right? You don't have a bowl yet?
Right. I don't. I never even heard of them until 6 months ago. So when I started listening to you guys, I heard about those and started researching. I'd kind of always stayed away from the crystals and stuff until recently. I'm really interested. I was actually at he's like a massage therapist, but he does body work. And he showed me this amethyst crystal bat that he has. It's like $2,200, and it's got 25 pounds of crystals in it, and you can lay on it. And he says that thing totally just puts you out when you start to lay on that and meditate. I'm really, really interested in the crystals and stuff and the vibrations, and I'm definitely intrigued by all the new knowledge I'm gaining from your guys' show.
Yeah, I want to do a show on crystals. I've got the name of this woman from the UK. I think Judy something. That's just like a expert.
You have a fucking tie wrap fetish. You just can't leave them sitting there without fucking pulling on them.
He loves those, hey?
Brings back fond memories, fucking ripping up zip ties.
Maybe that's why he's getting in trouble in band camp.
Reminds him of his old windowless van back in '94.
Scared of his band teacher.
Enough about me, you guys.
Did we already do the word you find the show? Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, on Spotify. Well, you Google Spotify.
Google on Spotify.
Right.
Anything else? We got about a minute left. Anything you want to shout out or ask Graham? You could ask me too. My answers aren't nearly as exciting.
Not that I could think of. Not that we could answer in a minute. But it was awesome talking to you guys.
Yeah, maybe we'll see you in a couple months.
Yeah, that'd be great. You guys, if you come down, it'd be a blast.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a text if I'm going to make it down to California, so that I don't have to listen to your terrible ringtone.
There you go. And I've got my buddy on speed dial for you too, Darren. He's waiting for you.
Perfect.
Cool.
Perfect. Okay.
All right, guys. It was nice talking to you.
All right, you too.
All right.
Take care.
All right, bye.
Keep talking, Graham. Maybe I'll play a jingle.
No, I got a jingle.
Oh, is it the wolf and one?
No. This is James like ad-libbing jingle. It was really funny. This is from the cabin.
Oh, you're not gonna play that.
What's the matter, Graham?
I just want the email to show up.
What's wrong?
It's just.
What's upsetting you right now?
It says Thunderbird now contains conditional. Thunderbird.
And I want my fucking email with no internet.
Yeah.
And I wish that I could just download it. But I can't. And now I don't know what to do. I yell at James. He's my handler. Hey man, fuck you.
Did your email ever get fixed?
No, we haven't moved it over to the Exchange server.
Fucked.
We'll move it over to the Exchange server. Thanks for embarrassing me.
See what I have to deal with here? Oh, yeah, like you haven't embarrassed me a few times.
Put butter in your coffee. Say what? Put butter in your coffee.
That's the best part.
That's fucking Graham jumping into his cold water.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing that in the cabin, too, jumping out of the hot tub into the big snowbanks and stuff. Crazy. You could always tell what part of the snow Graham jumped in versus, like, if it was me because the legs were extra huge down by the feet. Enormous calves.
The calf melt. All right, so I've got some backup UFO quotes here, too, since Darren's having some Skype troubles.
Play on the UFO quote jingle.
Well, where's you?
No, I'll just say it.
Well, no, we gotta have the jingle first. It's the best part, besides the quote, I mean.
What do you want, the jingle?
Yeah.
James likes this one.
Darren and Graham are going deep. It's a profound UFO quote of the week. Words to ponder and critique. It's a profound UFO quote of the week.
Okay, at first, I thought we were seeing a ship on fire on the horizon towards Ilfracombe. But then it rose out of the water like a blood-red sun, a good deal larger than a full-sized harvest moon. It remained at sea level, then suddenly took off at fantastic speed towards the Atlantic. That was Chief Inspector Reginald Jones of D Division, Glamorgan Police. The object was witnessed by another officer, and I don't know if this is January or September, depending on how they do their dates, but it was 1957.
That's cool.
1957?
Yeah.
Way before drones.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
There's never going to be any the UFO sightings soon because everybody's just going to think they're drones now. You know?
Yeah, that's an issue.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
so
there's some pretty crazy.
In the CSETI field? In the CSETI?
No, they're strictly like beyond drone.
Hey, what's up, guys?
They're beyond drone.
They're a nuts and bolts problem.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Living the dream.
So we're on with Grimesteak?
That's right.
Yes, Grimesteak.
Grimesteak.
Man.
The one and only.
Caught me off guard.
The vegan Grimesteak.
I like to keep it catching people off guard.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
Garett didn't even know he was on the list.
Oh, man. Hey, all this, man, these jingles are great. You know, me and James Cruz are thinking about starting a jingle or a podcast.
Oh, and, right on.
Yeah, and Felix actually made us a jingle. Let's see if this goes through. Yeah, it just loops over and over, but...
well, I get cruising with steak. Get down.
Cruising with steak.
Get in, sit down, and buckle up. Yeah, I like it. What are you guys going to talk about?
I don't know, just shoot the shit, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty free form.
Yeah. Well, if you need any help, let us know.
Already better with jingles than Graham, though, so...
Oh, man. So it was taking you guys a while to set up, and I had to get this little soundbite.
Hey, this piano's got a computer, eh? I don't know how to work, though, eh?
You wouldn't know how to work it if it's got a computer.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Wizard.
Let me try it. I'm a genius.
Some Bob and Doug.
That's classic.
That's good.
I've never heard that before.
Well, we're trying to book Bob and Doug right now.
Oh, dude, I've been tweeting them like every day. I saw Rick Moranis did a retweet today, so I just started spamming him, and I'm getting nothing. Getting nothing.
Yeah. I tweeted SCTV.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were the ones that tweeted out the show that they're doing, so...
I don't see why not. They've only got like 1,000 followers.
Yeah, there's like nobody... It's nothing but good shit to come on Grimerica.
Yeah, I don't see... It seems like a real possibility.
That would be cool.
Bob and Doug on here in character.
Get them in the studio with their toques on and everything.
That's going to be tough. That would be epic, because then we could get pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, first question for everyone. How'd you find the show, and how long you been listening?
About this, I feel like I'm ripping off Felix's story, but I heard you guys
research. So we use a passport episode for market research.
Yep, Graylian report, got it on there. And I've pretty much been listening about a year and a half. And like right when I found you guys, all I was listening to was Graylian. So like this was like a new podcast for me, and I just ripped through like all the episodes in like a month and a half. It was I binged on Grimerica. It was awesome.
Ouch. No, ouch. That would be painful. Just all the time, just like
that has the best intro.
As always.
I take pictures of my calves on the toilet. Dunlop.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's how he gets his calves so big from the squatty potty. Get yours today.
The squatty potty's too short.
It's all squats. Where can you find a squatty potty, by the way, Darren? Get it at your local retailer.
Not from Kathy Griffin.
Oh, I'm just trying to generate some more.
Oh man, we can't talk about Kathy Griffin tonight.
If you email me $50, I'll order one to your house. Oh, I just got mine on Amazon.
You can get them at Canadian Tire.
Oh, you're gonna get the shill emails again though for squatty potty, dude.
I figured if I said Amazon, I'd be safe. But you might as well get it through the squatty potty website. Then it's probably better for them. Always better. So we went through all the shows in a month and a half. Ouch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's going to be 500 hours.
I skipped a couple, like the Singing Bowl stuff. I couldn't get down on the
Singing Bowl one? What was that one?
Yeah, like, I don't know, more of the spiritual stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah, okay.
There was like a little healing fucking streak in 2014.
There was. Exactly. That was the exact streak. I was kind of like, what the fuck is this?
I could feel it. Okay. I could feel like the tide. I remembered like trying to pull out of that. Not that there's anything wrong with those episodes, but I felt like we were like...
There's a whole bunch there.
We were doing way too many in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely Gramp shows. Then you bounced back with Charles Ortel and pissed a bunch of people off.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was definitely the most feedback we've got on an episode.
Oh, I'm sure. The
most negative feedback, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, technically Randall Carlson. That's just because
Randall's
of the
my favorite.
Because of the reach, right? That one YouTube video of Randall's got like 40,000 or 50,000 views and like 400 comments. And a bunch of them. As soon as they hear the word Freemason, that's it.
Oh, it's a trigger word. It's a trigger word for conspiracy theorists.
Trigger. Yeah, that's right. That's a good way to describe it. I've never thought of it like that.
Well, did you see that? What was that one YouTube video that they made of like Carl Wood and No Agenda and somebody else like being like these, like calling them like disinformation, like being bullshit conspiracy theorists? I don't know. It was a fucked up YouTube vid.
Wow, I've never seen that before.
And
No Agenda even too. Yeah, that's crazy. That's the thing. Like with somebody like Randall, he pisses both sides off because he's, the conspiracy people are saying he's a shill because he's a Freemason, and then all the other people on the other side are saying he's like anti-science because he's not a scientist, and he's sort of
the way I see Randall. If he pisses anybody off, then they're just idiots because everything he says he's brilliant. Like I don't know, like everything he says makes sense. I don't really see.
We don't get called disinformation yet. We mostly just get the personal attacks, which I could see.
Yeah, well, you guys don't try to like prove a point, though. You guys are just interviewing people.
The flat earthers are starting to push back.
Oh man, I hate flat Earth.
They're getting sick of our round Earth bullshit.
Oh yeah, you guys are round Earth shills.
Oh, some of the round Earth stuff I've been looking at just for fun.
Jerry's gonna go off in the chats.
Oh. There's like, how does the water stay on the planet if it's round and spinning? It should have flung all off the planet by now. Like
that's the problem. That's the problem. There's so much of that out there that's got to be people making jokes.
That's what the flat Earth guys are saying. It's unreal.
No, it's not what they're saying. That's what a small.
The science is in. Science.
Oh.
That's a small percentage of the flat earthers. You got to watch some of the good stuff, and you might get sucked.
There is no good stuff in the flat Earth theory.
Graham is fucking getting sucked in.
No, there isn't.
He's brought it up a couple times in the last week and a half. He's like, "You got to watch this one, man." He's like, "There's some stuff in there." I'm like, I can see it happening because I've seen it happen with Graham a few times. I've seen him things just grab him and seduce him.
Please no.
And I can see the flat Earth. I can see the flat Earth slowly wrapping its arms around him right now. Graham is going to be in here.
No, we're just going to do an episode on it. That's all.
That's going to be it.
Graham, when are we going to get the unacknowledged review for Greer's new doc?
I did. It's coming out. It's coming out.
It's coming up on a future app.
Yeah, it's been recorded and it's coming out while Darren's on vacation.
Graham, you're telling me that looks okay to you?
Oh no, I don't. I don't agree. I don't agree with it. I believe in the round Earth. I don't agree with the flat Earth. I just think there's a lot of interesting stuff that people are talking about that make you question it.
Do you like
I can't believe I agree with the round Earth as a statement that you have to say in 27. We're going to get hate mail for this.
Exactly.
No, it's to the point that you can't talk about the Earth being round without getting hate mail.
But why can't you watch what they are watching that's changing their minds, right? Like I've had a couple of friends go down that rabbit hole. No, why can't you just watch it? See, now you guys aren't being open-minded. I can watch it and go, wow, that's really interesting, but I don't believe it's flat.
Do you want to watch somebody stab themselves with a pair of scissors?
Concave? Convex?
No, but there's some mysteries that need to be solved.
What mystery?
If you watch the thing, you'll
of it
figure
not
it out.
being around. How is this how is this at all a mystery?
You got to watch it.
Okay, where are the planes glowing if it's flat? Are they just flying off into space when they reach the edge then, or what? Like,
why do they not go over the pole? Why do they not go over the pole?
They do.
Why are they not allowed over the North Pole?
They fly over there all the time.
Why are they not allowed over the Antarctic?
Because
that's a different issue.
They can go. The planes can't hold enough gas to make it all the way through. It's a safety issue. There's no stop sign.
Yeah, it's the longest way to go.
There's no places to refuel over Antarctica. It is a shorter flight path for a couple of flights, but you can't. There's one like from Australia to South Africa that you detour over the land too, just because it's like.
Graham, it's definitely.
Way to
it's
go.
because if it's flat, it's a long way to go. If it's round, it's a shorter way to go.
Where does the water go?
Watch under the globe. I'm not saying it's.
What happens when you're in your boat and the guy reached the end of the water and he's like, "Oh, guys, what is there? A fence there? Trump's got a wall around there so nobody."
And James, you're triggered as hell right now.
They think it's a big ice wall, right?
James does get triggered by flat earthers. You should see him on Facebook.
Why can't you just it takes about 30 seconds to think about all the problems of the flat Earth, not not the questions of why it's round.
It's interesting videos though. Like I agree with Graham on that. Like they put some good shit out there that makes you say what, but then if you think about it for like another minute, it's like shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
it's one of those.
And so it's not good.
I'll watch the doc. Send it over.
Okay, let's get. Yeah, well, what's your favorite doc then? That's a good question.
Yeah, what's your favorite doc? Grimesteak.
My favorite doc.
What's your favorite cut of beef?
Probably.
Don't say Graham's calves.
No, it's not Graham's calves.
They probably would be tasty. Though. Do you think they'd be tough?
I'd go if we were in a plane crash and I had to eat Graham, calves first.
Would you have to slow cook them?
They need to be tenderized a bit. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
The egg thing.
Just smash his calves against a rock for a half hour before we fry him up.
We'll keep the foot on for a bit so we can use it like
the handle. Well, just eat it like a big, huge turkey wing thing or whatever, turkey leg.
Jesus. Right.
Oh, like the ones at like Disney World, the huge turkey leg.
Yeah. Right. Are you wearing shorts, Graham?
You're kind of
eyeing me up.
Look at the calves on that. He's pretty beefcakey.
Okay, let's let Garett or Grimesteak speak here. Jesus, you guys.
Hey, you just outed him for his real name, Graham.
We just have fun.
Oh, no.
It's like my first 2 seconds in the chat with my other name on Google, and Darren's like, hey, that's James, everybody. I'm like, thanks.
Yes, he did. He called you out.
Way to go.
Within like 2 minutes, and then he never came back.
Yeah. I have to create a new identity again.
Oh, if anybody wants to see the picture of Graham on Mars 1 too, I tweeted that out. So at Grimesteak.
I retweeted it.
That's awesome.
I'm getting called out for being a round earther in the chat.
Good.
Because you are.
It's a compliment. Darren is an all-in believer in round earth.
We're a round earth show.
It's better than your Wolfens thing.
No, it's not. They're the same.
Okay, why is there wolves and dolphins right now?
Why is there wolves and pugs?
And dolphins. But
you can't just keep saying and
why
dolphins.
Why are there apes and people?
Yeah, exactly. How come those apes haven't ever changed at all, even a little bit?
How come there's 7 different species of dolphins?
Because they're fish. I don't know. And they have sex with a different, weirder fish, and then they're like a different species.
But they're
now?
mammals. That's the thing. They're not fish.
Okay, sorry.
They breathe air and give birth to living young.
Mammals.
Didn't we evolve from dolphins? Like, we kind of split. They stayed in the sea, but we went to land. Like, millions of years.
That's a possibility.
Is it wolves or is it us?
Yeah, you got to pick.
This is just,
You can't have both there.
And you're so dogmatic about it, but you can't even answer that question.
It gets sketchy back there. It's just a quadruped.
So, Grim, who would we have on? Who would you want us to have on?
To straighten out this fucking mess.
I have no idea. I don't know any of their names. I mean, I've looked at some videos, but never went that far into knowing who's putting them out.
Richard Dolan.
What about your favorite documentary then?
About Flat Earth?
No, period. No. Just in general.
I'm trying to remember the name of this one on Netflix. It was about how, George Bush was involved with the Kennedy assassination. God, what was that? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. I linked it the other day, but
I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I think I heard the No Agenda guys talk about that again. Is it about the Bush family, like Family of Secrets or something like that, or is it?
Either that, but what kind of got me back into it was the whole UFO alien thing was The Hidden Hand. It was on Netflix like a few years ago, and that one was just about pretty much Rich Dolan stuff, like deep state, secret societies and shit.
Breakaway civilizations and...
Civilizations, exactly.
Yeah.
Elysium.
Never watched. Never saw it.
All right. We're about out of time. One last question.
Can I just get a Graham is an all-in believer in chemtrails jingle?
Fuck yeah.
And that's it.
What was the second one?
Felix, good vibes.
Okay, you bet. Okay, thanks for listening, Grim.
Oh, thanks. No problem.
See you in the chats.
Graham is an all-in believer in chemtrails.
See, technically, that's not accurate, that jingle.
It's getting there.
It's not accurate, though,
it's fucking getting there.
Your weather modification, not chemtrails.
No,
he's gonna.
It's coming. Just give it a couple of months. It's coming, James. Just wait for it. They're spraying. He sends me pictures already.
Blah, blah, blah.
When they're spraying. See, he's got pictures in his phone.
Prayers for guidance and protection. And put on a didgeridoo and shamanic drumming track. Shivers or vibrations and stuff like that. 108 breaths of deep gratitude and prayers for
what's funny is I've seen that one today, but I've seen it head on.
Shamanic drumming track. Shivers or vibrations.
Are you going to freestyle?
108 breaths of deep gratitude and prayers for guidance and protection.
I don't know what that means.
Put on a didgeridoo and shamanic drumming track. Shivers or vibrations and stuff like that.
You sure this is the jingle he requested?
Okay, so Graham just showed us a picture of a contrail.
Persistent contrail? Yeah.
One single contrail.
there's two of them.
So what do you think that is?
No, there's two of them.
Okay, so because one plane's going north, one plane's going west. So now what do you think that is up there? Brain chemicals?
Cold air.
Yeah.
That's what's causing cold air,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's not a chemtrail. What do you think the pilots go and spray everything and then they just get off their planes and don't put on a gas mask or nothing? And
well, it's just additives in the fuel. It's chemical. It's
that's totally
chemicals
different.
In the fuel. No,
that's just pollution now.
it's purposeful pollution.
Really?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Why?
Why those hang around when they didn't in the 70s and the 60s?
Yeah. To keep the planet cool, is that what you're thinking?
Or keep it warm? I don't know.
Well,
how's it going? Failed?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
That's a long jingle.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, sounds good, actually.
Are you home, safe and sound?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm at home now. Just got home.
Perfect. Good timing.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Grimerica show. How long have you been listening?
It's a big 4-year birthday for you guys, so congratulations on that.
Thanks.
Episode 227, the 4-year bash.
Yeah, I think I jumped in at about episode 180 something.
Wow.
I was, I haven't been on for a long time. For a while there, I was listening to satellite radio all the time, like the conservative chat talk with, Mark Levin and all that stuff, and it's just, I was bored of it, so then went on YouTube, found a whole bunch of YouTube stuff, and then I ended up watching Corbett Report for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually all these podcasts led to you guys and started listening to you guys too. So.
Oh, wow, cool. That's good.
It's a weird journey.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went down the Corbett thing too.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I went down the Corbett Report for a bit too, and yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, he had a lot of really good stuff, like all those 2-hour documentaries, more than the actual
podcast,
like the 15-minute clips or whatever. But I really enjoyed them because he's a well-spoken guy. That one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. So you must plow through the podcast now.
Oh, yeah. I have my shift there, that week on, week off. So when I'm off, I'm kind of, with the family and stuff. But when I'm on shift, yeah. Every minute of the day is just podcasting. Yeah.
See, that's
can't get enough of it.
Some days I can't get enough in. If I'm really scrambling around, I only get like 2 hours or an hour of podcast listening in a day.
Oh yeah. I drive all day, so I got 8 hours of seat time.
So after all that listening, is there anybody that you think we should have on the show that you would like to hear?
I don't know. I'm one of those guys that I listen to them all. I don't really remember names or
yeah. I know what you mean.
Anything like that.
Yeah.
More of like concepts and ideas that stick to me rather than like this guy said this and this guy said this, because it's just filler information that you can find on Google kind of thing.
What about topics then? Topics and categories, like anything that you're sort of craving for more of?
Yeah, but you guys won't do it.
What?
The politics. You guys have already said, we're going to trigger people. So I'm like, oh, come on, because I'm big into politics and conspiracy stuff like that.
Exopolitics.
Yeah.
I think exopolitics.
It's I got to admit, that's a hard one right now because it's so pervasive. Like there's so much to touch on with that. It really is. It's tough. We just don't want to get too polarizing, but it's tempting. For
yeah,
sure.
no, I understand.
It's tempting
it's such a big topic, and there's so many different things involved in it, and if you can go way too far and get into the conspiracies, or even just talking like debates or issues, that can just get people wound up for sure.
Yeah, and there's so much, like, it's shining the light on how bad the mainstream media is and how much they lie. Like, it really is. No matter what side you're on, people are seeing through the media and how much bullshit there is. So, like, it's really, really changing everything.
You should do a podcast, a Grimerica episode about the fake news stuff. I don't think that's too political. Another crisis actors, and where do they come from? Are they getting, like, who's hiring them? Obviously, like the news, CNN.
I shared a webpage today, the crisissolutions.com.
Did you see the one of just when the guys that were stabbing on the bridge or whatever it was, how the crisis actors were caught on video, like getting changed and stuff like that, and down a side street. Have you seen
Just
that video?
recently?
Just
Like
from that one.
From the London Bridge
Yeah,
one?
you can see them all getting dressed up, and then in the news report, they're like lying on the
How
ground,
do they get
like
there so
pretending to be
fast?
hurt or whatever.
No.
Yeah. They got busted on the street getting changed into their outfits or whatever.
Is this the one that CNN was filming, or this is a different one? Because CNN just got busted apparently filming, like staging a what do you call it, a protest behind where they're filming.
Yeah, well, this is from the London attacks.
Really?
Yeah. And they're lying there, like, pretending to be hurt and stuff, and they're dressed up like cops or something like that or whatever.
Yeah, you can see the cops getting out of their uniforms, and then they're getting into military fatigues, and then other guys putting a baseball cap on and just civilian clothes. And then, it's a little bit like you said there, you go to a different time, and then here's the same guys lying on the ground. It's just like
they're just actors there.
I wonder if any of that.
Yeah, and it was filmed by people actually just standing there watching. There was the row of 3 or 4 police cars, and there's a whole crap load of police just starting to get undressed, like right down to their underwear, right on the street. I think that's why people are filming. But then, you can see clearly that those guys were wearing the same clothes at the scene of the accident, right?
So whose agenda is that? Is it just strictly the news agencies just trying to get a cool story, or is there somebody up top making them do that?
Is it, or is it just a simple explanation, like it was actually filmed after the incident happened, and they were actually changing into riot gear or whatever?
You have to you have to look at the videos. Like you could see them clearly getting dressed, and then in the report they're like lying on the ground pretending to be hurt in the outfit they just put on. Like you can totally tell.
But what if they got dressed in riot gear and then got shot or stabbed? Like, what if it was after the scene? They got dressed like you're a cop driving around London, but you've got your riot gear in the back, maybe just in case.
No, you can see how they're getting dressed.
No.
You have to see the video.
It's not riot gear.
It's not like.
No, you just have to. Once you see the video, you're going to be like, oh, these guys are actually putting on costumes right now.
So that's what I wonder. So what is behind all that?
Who's
how are they?
Yeah.
So it's a false flag then, or is it not a false flag? But it's kind of like somebody who knows it's going to happen, yet it's still a real event, and they're just.
Is it as simple as the news agencies are just battling to get the best story out, or is there something even a higher power trying to get them to see, like, put that news out so that there's, more injured and whatever, and make a fake story about it? Just like the Russian hacks.
It's really polarized over in Britain right now, right? You got the immigrant problem and all that. I think it's more to do with what do they do? They did a snap election, right? So they're waiting for an election, and their parliament is suspended for now. So in my mind, it's either they're trying to get, because if their parliament is suspended, they can enact war measures without the parliament voting on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's one way to look at it. But the other way to look at it would be that if they get these false flag events to happen, they can get the ammunition that people need in their minds to vote for the person that's going to look into dealing with that problem, right? And if you think about politics, it's more of a conservative base that says, we're going to get rid of immigration and we're going to reform it, or the liberals let them all in kind of thing. So it's kind of might be swaying the vote. I don't know.
Or could it even be a third option where Theresa May came out and talked about clamping down on the internet? Like that just makes the event seem that much worse, and that now we're going to tie it to clamping down on the internet, and everything's going to be monitored, and that's how they're going to. That's another just control mechanism that's get put in place because of this, right? This sort of false flag or exaggeration. Maybe it doesn't even have to be a false flag. It just has to be an exaggeration, like using that to their own means.
Yeah. Exaggerated flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think with the internet thing, they still have that. You guys heard on the agenda, they had that ISIS, 50,000 people subscribed to ISIS's newsletter from Britain.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so maybe that's something they're looking at clamping down on. But I don't think you need to clamp down on all the internet, because then things that we're doing like this will get illegal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Different ideas, not supporting the the mainstream narrative, and then all of a sudden we're shut down because we're wild and crazy.
Feral Graham.
Yeah. Feral podcasters.
Fucking Graham.
Spreading that disinformation.
You have a favorite episode that comes to mind?
Favorite episode was recent. It was that the nuclear that had all that info with Fukushima and all the nuclear explosions and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that one because my dad used to talk to me all the time about it. He'd be like, "There's this global warming thing. I've got it all solved." I said, "What's that?" He says, "Well, back in the 50s, they were popping off nukes left and right. That's got to affect the atmosphere. That's got to affect our weather." And then hearing that podcast about the guy who's talking about all this, and I was like, wow, look at that. Might be something to all that nuclear energy in the atmosphere.
The Death of the Pacific.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. With, what was his name?
Dana Durnford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what number that was. Graham will link to it.
No, we won't.
Type it. Type it.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for us?
Where have you been, Graham? We miss you.
Oh, in the chats?
Yeah, you've been missing them.
Oh, it's hard, yeah. I'll try to get back in there again.
I pick on them.
Maybe it's because I get picked on too much and I just don't even want to go back in. I get booted out or, calf pics start showing up. People are hoaxing my calves.
Team Graham chat only.
So
yeah, man, I like that chat idea. It's such a good idea.
Maybe we're trying a couple other ones. What are they again, Darren? Slack and Discord.
Slack one.
So, because the Google one, it sucks because we're limited to 150 people, plus it's Google. So we're going to try and get off that, get into more of an independent one. So
I'm on the other ones too.
Yeah. So what do you think of the two then, Slack or Discord?
It's kind of hard to do that stuff when you're driving. I'll have to look into it here when I'm home. But
yeah,
so far it works pretty good. Except the Slacker one, I noticed that if you're listening to a podcast, every time the notification comes on, it mutes your podcast a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Problem.
So, or your music. So if you're like, if you guys start going crazy on a conversation, then it just it mutes it all the time.
Yeah, there's got to be a setting in there for that, I think. The notifications.
So far, I'm leaning to Discord.
Yeah, me too.
Discord. Yeah, it's.
So I guess I'll put.
But it's tough to say. It'll take a little bit of fucking around in there. I mean, eventually we're hoping to develop an app that'll have that sort of functionality built into it. But that could be a decade away. And if anyone,
then we got the forums that nobody's on either.
If anyone knows anything about Bitcoin, we've got a Bitcoin dilemma. So if you can mine Bitcoin or solve a Bitcoin little dilemma, some Bitcoin that's hung up in a transaction with too low of a fee, I guess, let me know. I figured it would just reset itself, but it's been weeks now, and it's just still stuck there. But the value's still going up.
Plus, we lost some Bitcoin. You sent it to somebody, too.
Mysterious Bitcoin deposit.
At this point, that would be like
asking somebody for your Bitcoin back is pretty...
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to give it back.
I messaged Buddy. He was like, we didn't get any Bitcoin.
Oh, and it's gone up $500 since then.
I sent him the fucking screenshot of the transaction, and he fucking never responded.
So
that was the end.
Yeah.
But this Bitcoin's hung up. Yeah, it's hung up in a transaction and fucking. But at least the thing is, in that transaction, it's still acquiring more value because the number of Bitcoins doesn't change.
That's good. So yeah, is there a Bitcoin donate button on the page?
There's something on the website. Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't accept any more Bitcoins for a bit. Just because you're going to just lose them.
Yeah, exactly.
Just be like,
that's the thing.
We appreciate the support.
I like the wallet that I have. I don't trust it. I just want to get out of that wallet and use a better program. But then, so I think I'm going to roll all that out with the new website. Because that means giving out a whole new number and everything.
Yeah.
And
that's a good idea.
Is there even places in Calgary that you can use Bitcoin?
No, but no, it's a pain in the ass, really. You can use it for certain things, like jingles, kind of, but it really just, you transfer to the PayPal account.
Oh, yeah.
Pay a fee.
Plus, now we got Felix.
And now we have
good old Canada.
That's right. There's no place you can actually spend Bitcoin in Canada, I wouldn't say.
Where do you?
On the internet,
where you?
We could buy drugs on the dark net.
Why?
That sounds fun. I did that one time.
PCP.
A guy at work, he says, hey, there's this website online we can buy drugs. And so we tried it, and in the mail, here came this triple vacuum sealed half ounce of, what was it, albino rhino? Funniest thing in the world. Delivered from the Canadian Post.
Was it good stuff?
Oh yeah. It's way better than the grass that we smoked here. Yeah, that's fun.
Oh yeah, you're up. Is he up north?
Up in the sticks.
Yeah, right on.
I am 6 hours away from you guys. You betcha.
Yeah, right on. We have to come by next time you're in Calgary. Swing by and check out the igloo.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be fun. I don't travel much, but maybe if I'm down there one time, I'll make it a special occasion. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show, and keep listening.
Thanks for having me, man.
Jingle?
Favorite jingle? It's the chemtrails.
Perfect.
Which one? The good one or the bad
one? Grams
the good one, yeah.
Is that the
Grams one, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see you in the chats.
Yeah, you bet, man. Thanks.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
See ya.
Graham is an all-in believer in chemtrails.
Gary's an all-in believer in Walter.
Gary's an all-in believer in evolution. He ended up putting in James's number because he couldn't find his Skype ID. Does that happen? You couldn't find James Cruz's Skype ID?
No, no, he's in there. He's in there.
This one?
I don't know. Yeah, probably. That's right.
Huh.
It was the only James Cruz without a number in it or something. So, James, we're calling you next.
We're calling someone.
Oh.
Not calling James Cruz.
I put his number in there as well.
That's that other one, right? That one only has it.
So I do have another UFO quote. If you
haven't added. You have another UFO quote?
No, it's too late. We're calling him.
Oh, I forgot I have some messages we could play too. People have some messages.
Save that for after.
After what?
After the show.
How's it going, James?
Just working on my calves.
You got some catching up to do.
There's no way I'll ever come close to Grimes' calves.
Grandma, my calf model done, love.
You just gotta do it. Just fucking every day is leg day.
I don't even do them ever.
Oh, you're pretty muscular. You
doesn't have to.
I make a point not to.
You do a lot of jogging and running, and you're fucking packing a little barrel of fucking, a little keg of dynamite there.
He prefers
enough about me.
Beefcake.
Let's talk about James.
Well packed. James Nation?
No, James Cruz.
No. How's it going, James Cruz?
No, man, I'm talking about calves. That's what I'm.
I'm talking about calves.
Nah, man, how's it going, man? This is badass, dude. You guys need to do this like once a month or something. But I guess it would cost a little extra on the donation action, but.
Oh yeah, that's true. That might. Never thought about that, but it's a bit
25 cents.
It's a bit of a logistical nightmare too. Actually, it's much better this time. Last time it was just a shit show. We had too many people on at once, and it was crazy.
Eventually, maybe we can streamline it.
Yeah.
But I mean, even
we could if we got into live shows, we could have people call in.
Like
right?
we have to bug people, right?
What do you mean?
At this point. Unless we start doing live shows. That's the only way it could really start. Which would mean we'd have to get on a better schedule.
Well, you could do just like a Saturday thing, you know, just, I mean,
Once
it doesn't
a month.
have to be
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could be like a once a month thing where we do a live show once a month.
Right.
We've thought about that. Actually, we're open to other ideas on content if you have any. You know, we thought about maybe getting a little bit extra content out, but we're not sure. We don't have time to do the same format that we do 4 times a month or like every week, but we might do something like that, like a live show on a Saturday would be fun as extra content, or even, and now that we have instant communication, we don't have to be on the same schedule, really. You know.
See, that's what
we could just be.
That's what's really cool about what you guys did, just by dropping an easy link that's been around forever. You know, a Google Hangout, dude. I mean, who would have thought it would turn into what it's turned into?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people like that, like, you know, sign or whatever, click the button, you know. I mean, what'd you say, Darren? Maybe like 10% or something actually talk or interact 20. Or something?
Yeah, probably about 20. 10 are pretty hardcore. Okay. There's 10 like hardcores, I would say.
Well,
8 to 10 hardcores, and then there's like another
130.
10. We're down to 120 since the Purge.
The Purge. The Grim Purge?
The Grim Purge, yeah. And not Darren Graham's Purge. I didn't do it. I just asked someone to do it.
You just went in with the cleaver and started hacking dead weight.
But like I said, we don't really want to be on Google anyway. We'd rather, you know, support something else or use something else. Then
I jumped on both of them already.
So yeah, we'll figure that out over the summer. We'll figure out what works best there, and then we'll make an app and change it again.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How long have you been listening to the show, and how did you find the show?
Let's see. I've been listening probably about 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, something like that. But yeah, I found it like same as a lot, man, through Michael Hanks, dude.
Wow.
And so through Micah Hanks, I found you guys, and just like Grim, well, you heard Grim talk about what we never heard of then, which is gonna be, it'll be fun, and that's like thanks to you guys, dude. I mean, for real, like I said, just by that easy little thing, it's brought people together, and it's, you know, the like-minded, you know, type thing, and just through chatting and BSing with each other, you know, you end up like throwing ideas, and it turns out being something really cool in the end, for sure. Like, and friendships that are made, you know, stuff like that. I mean, dude, it's just vast. It's expanding every day. It's really cool.
Right on.
It's crazy.
But I found,
humbling,
but that,
to hear about those kind of things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't try to be too, you know, I don't want to stroke you off too much, but just enough.
Just enough.
No, but we never thought it would end up being something like this, right?
Crazy.
I mean, we wanted to have interesting conversations and all, but to know that that we've made a difference is pretty cool.
Well, I'll give you like a story here. Like me never being like an experiencer, I'm sure tons of people obviously aren't. Maybe you grew up thinking some of this stuff was cool, this and that. Maybe you had a paranormal thing. I've never had nothing that. So I was always searching for something. I used to be like a hardcore like Fader guy or whatever, you know, Jimmy Church show. I was on there forever, you know. And then I think that's how I heard of Micah Hanks. I'm Micah Hanks. Adam Loyal, you know, like all that stuff. So, and the list goes on now. And anyway, so you guys had on, as I was binge listening, you know, I came across the Electric Universe thing, dude, with like Walt Thornhill and all them, man. And when I heard that, man, it like stuck with me like a ton of bricks, or whatever. You know, just like glue, dude. And like it's the only thing because I kind of in the Micah Hanks kind of side of like the skeptical side of things. So it's like that, you know, like I said, nothing's ever happened to me. I've never seen anything. Give me Project Bluebeam or whatever, dude. You know, fake it, dude. Do something. You know, like there's nothing out there for I've never seen nothing. So I'm started researching that material, and it grabbed me, man. And I like I feel like I found my thing. You know, like that makes sense to me, and I was able to spin off of that, and then just recently, you guys had a guy on that was kind of like I'd say maybe like three or four episodes ago. Kind of talking about same type of stuff, but yeah, man, you guys are badass, dude, and I thank you a lot, man. It's been really fun listening, and keep up the good work, dude. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
When are you guys going to start your podcast?
I don't know. I mean, I want to get Grim just picked up a mic, you know, and I'm going to get one soon. Yeah, I'm married with children, but we'll figure it out, man. It'll be soon. He lives actually pretty close. I think we have some pretty cool ideas. I don't know if it's going to be like, I don't know if we can come close to what you guys, because you guys have built up it might take time, but like a badass, like, you know, you're able to get these guests and stuff. I don't know if I could do that yet, or if we would be able to do something like that. It's more, I think I'm thinking more of like a Friendston, you know, along those lines, and then maybe it'll turn into something like that. But what's is cool about like this hive-mindedness type thing we're doing with the chats and stuff is like maybe we can just, you know, bring somebody on from there, you know, just have fun with it. You know? See what happens.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So is there anybody that you'd think that we should have on that you've thought about, that you haven't emailed in about or something that we should think about?
Oh, okay. I know that you guys have just started getting back into that the paranormal aspect, like ghosts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know you went over, I don't know if there was one just a little bit ago, but anyway, I don't know if you guys have heard
Strange LA.
Yeah.
Weird LA.
Yeah.
Bizarre LA.
Okay. But, have you ever heard of David Omen?
David Omen?
I swear I remember
from the
trying
Omen
to track
House.
that name down way back in the day.
I don't know.
Oh, dude, I talked to this guy once. I actually did a podcast with a buddy that does it. Well, a guy that I met through podcasts, but yeah, on the Electric Universe. He let me do a show on it. It was pretty badass. But the night before, I called in, and that David Omen was on, and it sounds like the scariest freaking place ever. And it's in California. And you know, the Omen House, like from the story, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that or not.
No.
Oh, it's freaky, dude. I mean, I would say, I don't want to take up all your time, but look it up, man. This dude is crazy, and his house is crazy. Like, you know, like the ghost, you know, I don't know, I hate the names, but the ghost hunter dude with the sunglasses, you know, always dressed in black.
Zach
like,
Baggins.
Yeah, Zach Baggins. Yeah.
Zach Baggins, Bilbo Baggins.
So he's like, yeah, he says like he went into his house and became like possessed and stuff. I mean, it was crazy, dude. Like this got some awesome stories. I'll send you. I'll just send you a link that you at least can hear this guy, you know, and maybe it'll intrigue you for a little hockey talk.
What do you think of places like that, like with the hauntings and like let's say the ECETI Ranch or that other ranch that people think or even Mount Shasta, all these places that have like some portal kind of lore to them. Do you think there's something going on there with locations?
You know, it's kind of. It was funny. We were talking last night, and we were doing these like little live hangout things because we were like, why sit here and text? And so we started these little live things, and yeah, so like, yeah, it's really evolving, dude. Like, it's pretty fun. But anyway, So I was kind of mentioning about portals because I just listened to an interview with Grant Cameron. He's got a new book out. It's called Magical. I can't remember off the top of my head. Damn it, man.
Something about downloads, maybe, or something like that. Is he talking?
No, I'll tell you in 1 second. Sorry. Anyway,
I'll look it up.
But yeah, go ahead. But he was talking about as far as managing magic. There it is. Yeah,
the government's
and
UFO disclosure plan.
Yeah, it's about disclosure, but on how disclosure will never happen because no one's going to show their deck of cards, you know, like for another country's deck of cards. So it's like no one wants to go first because it's all about power, and the power is through the weapons, and the weapons are referred to as magic. And as far as the magic it gets even deeper to portals, because if you want to go to like a nuts and bolts type craft or whatever, they basically don't exist because they're not going to fly like 10 million light years, you know. You pop through a portal, or it's some ways that we talk or hear about, like, you know, it's on a different plane of existence or whatever. You know, they morph in and out. Maybe that's why, you know, in our 3D environment, maybe that's how we would view these type of things. So it is really interesting, but I like the whole portal aspect. But haunted stuff is kind of weird, man. I mean, I think there's something to that. I think there's something to, as I throw it back to electric, I think there's something that has to do something with electric as far as.
I like a lot of the electric until you get into the Saturn being, you know, starts getting a little fucking
the black sun
there at certain points.
Well, that's more mythical, you know.
Yeah, like the mythical parts of it, I think, are tough for me. But the more, well, I shouldn't say scientific because I'm hardly a scientist, but you know, the more nuts. And
that's what's cool about the.
Makes sense.
About the electric universe theory is cool because it's like an open source, like, you know, it's not funded by somebody. You know, they're trying to prove those theories. You know, like, well, at least how space, you know, in between the blackness, that's the ether, and thoughts, this, you know, here or there can exist at the same time. And then you almost have that whole portal thing again. You know, there's some really cool aspects when you loop it all together, man. But like, but there's a lot of mystical and myth involved too with this stuff. You know? You can get sucked in some deep rabbit holes for sure. But I just like, you know, as a skeptic, I like the thing that I can latch onto a little bit with the electric universe theory for sure. But I did hear one crazy thing about ghosts, like one of these haunted house type things. You know, they would do these like tours, you know, almost like you would go on a haunted ghost tour thing or whatever. So basically they had one of these houses where they would take people and bring them all in, pay a shit ton of money, and then you find out that they get busted for like piping in smells, messing with electricity, like just messing with people, dude. And it's just, you know, that gives it a bad name.
Totally.
There's a lot of bad names going around with, even in ufology. Well, I mean, any of the fringe type stuff, you know. I mean, yeah, but that was pretty crazy, man. I mean, so I don't know, but as far as the most haunted, craziest thing I ever heard of was that David Ullman. Yeah, and I'll send you some stuff on it, man. The guy is just pretty crazy for sure.
Yeah, right on. Maybe we should get back into that.
Yeah,
we'll do a Halloween episode for that or something.
I'll send you the link to the show that he was on, and you'll be like, what the? Yeah, holy, yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, we should, because we want to get into that a little bit more of that ghost. We haven't done a lot on ghosts. So
dude, he would be awesome for a Halloween show. No
Less
doubt
than
about
1% of the shows.
Yeah.
Right. It would be sweet. The guy sounds like, I mean, God, he sounds like he just has a desk like Scarface with a mountain on it. And like he talks a million miles an hour, but it's so awesome, dude. The guy's got the scariest freaking stories ever, and some of the best ones, man. You'd have a blast with him. I know you would.
email me a link and we'll see if we can lock them down. Right on, James. Cool, thanks for joining us for our 227th Passport to Grimerica.
Yeah, keep it going, man. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite jingle?
420 will be amazing, right?
Yeah, that'll be another. Yeah, I haven't even thought of that. We never even thought we'd get to.
It'll be coming soon,
200,
man.
Yeah. Favorite jingle?
Jingle. Oh man. I'm gonna go Graham's Biohack.
Oh, nice.
Right on.
I gotta get the coffee and the butter, dude.
There you go. I'll see you in the chat.
Yeah, we'll add a new jingle when I start the coffee enemas. So.
Sweet.
That's a good one.
Yeah. When are you starting the coffee enemas?
Pretty soon. I gotta order the enema bag and stuff, and they don't really sell them locally. I gotta maybe go online. There's one place like out west that.
Why do you need a coffee enema? Why don't you just drink 5 coffees and pretty much get the same result?
No, it's my friend's been doing it. He says it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wired.
Like Folgers or Starbucks? What's your favorite?
No, I would do like full
but your butt. Here's a new jingle there for Grams. I'm making that one while he's on his coffee enema.
Next one. Yeah. So no, I would do to line it up. I would do the obviously the mold free, like Starbucks I don't think is very healthy. A lot of these biohackers aren't even drinking Starbucks.
They're sticking Starbucks in their ass?
No, they're not. Like it's too moldy. So it would be like the bulletproof ones that are already proven to not have the mold.
I've been drinking organic, fair trade. One fucking tree is planted for every bag I buy.
Really? Yeah, I've been trying the different ones like that too. Where do you get that from?
Costco.
And you believe it's like fair trade organic from Costco?
There's a whole pallet.
Exactly.
Well, how do you think they ship them? One at a time? We'll do Rachel next.
Okay.
Hello. Ahoy.
Hola.
Is that in there? What's going on?
Somebody talk.
Somebody talk.
Is that Adam calling?
Yeah, it's Adam trying to
Maybe
call.
It's his cat. Or maybe he's muted right now.
I don't know. We'll try in a while, Adam.
Yeah.
We're going to go on to the next one.
Yeah. What's going on?
Send it.
He's a fellow podcaster, but he's on mute.
Have we talked to Rachel before?
No. I've read her emails before on the air.
Oh. Flat Earther?
No.
Hello.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Graham. Hi, Darren. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks so much.
Yeah,
happy to be here.
Yeah, your audio sounds really good. Well, this isn't your first podcast, is it?
It's my second, actually. Nice. I was a guest on a podcast called Wait, What If?
Oh, nice.
What if for?
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on, who was the guest. But, for me, I guess I can kind of tell you guys, I kind of want to talk about something a little different than your other guests tonight.
Sure.
So kind of want to tell you guys about how I went from being a hardcore atheist, the obnoxious type, to, like I knew it all, you know what I mean, to where I'm pretty sure that consciousness survives bodily death.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I love those those that path.
Yeah. But for me, unfortunately, it came about due to the sudden death of my husband. 4 years ago, I had just gone out to get groceries, like I'd done so many Saturdays before that. And while I was away, my husband, Glenn, had a massive brain aneurysm. So we never spoke again. It was the end. I mean, he had surgery, survived, but there was a lot of brain damage. And long story short, he died 5 days later.
Wow.
And yeah, thank you. And at the time, before he died, I was, like I said, I was an atheist. I thought I knew it all. But then once he died, I started to question that, because I thought, how could it's so unfair that someone in the prime of life could just, in the middle of, their hopes and dreams all coming true and just finally making it, all of a sudden, boom, you're dead. So I just kind of started to do research. And, some of it was actually you guys listening to podcasts such as yours. And it's like 4 years later that I've now started a foundation called Connections of Hope, where I want to help other people who have been left behind. And, that's kind of the story.
So I remember reading your synchronicity on the show a little bit. You were at a conference, and your the truck your husband used to drive was in the parking lot. Like, it was pretty profound for you. Was there any other stories like that? Do you remember where there was a sign from him that sort of propelled you a little further on this?
Well, actually, Graham, there was one before he died, while he was in coma at the hospital. Glenn grew up in New York, Long Island, a Jewish family, secular Jews, but still nevertheless the traditions,
Mm-hmm.
And he had this favorite bakery that they would always go to and get these cookies that he loved. And it was a one-of-a-kind little bakery in the small town in Rockville Center, Long Island. And on Passover in particular, they would get these particular type of cookies. Well, when Glenn was in the hospital, on Passover morning, it just happened to be. And like I said, he wasn't religious, but it was more the tradition of the background of the family, whatever. So that was the morning that I was going to get the news about his MRI. And that's when I found out the severity of the brain bleed. So I had to leave the room when the nurses did their shift change between 7 and 8 a.m., and after that was when the doctors were going to come around and give me the news. So I went downstairs, got a coffee, a bagel, whatever, came back upstairs. It wasn't quite 8 yet, and so I kind of took a seat to, eat my bagel. And I looked over, and there was a package of cookies. And it was the exact cookies that Glenn told me about from the same bakery in Long Island.
Wow.
And yeah, and I took them, of course, and I took a picture and texted them to his sisters, and they confirmed it's the same bakery. I called the bakery, and I said, do you sell this stuff online? Do you mail order? And they're like, no. They thought I was crazy.
And where were you guys located again?
Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah, UCLA Hospital. So, and it also was Passover, and it was the exact same cookies, the same bakery. Wow. So that was kind of the first clue. But you know what, you guys, believe it or not, my first step out of atheism was watching Richard Dawkins' TED Talk. The father of all atheism. I was waiting for white papers, peer reviews, everything. And all he did was make fun of dogmatic religion. And so therefore, when you die, you're dead. I just felt it made no sense. It was like he was throwing the baby out with the bathwater. And then I started researching on Google. Well, clearly science has it all figured out. It's atheism, conscious, mind equals brain. And find in researching that no, actually science doesn't have it figured out. And they don't know where consciousness comes from. And they say it's a big mystery. But yet, if it's a big mystery, isn't that like all woo-woo, that materialist scientists are all against? I don't know. Anyway, I've done enough talking.
No, it reminds me of when I used to listen to podcasts way back when I started listening to podcasts. I used to listen to a couple skeptical ones, and one of them was, and I don't even know why I was listening to skeptical ones, but I started out, a lot of my podcasts were like Skeptic's Guides to the Universe, which was what, like the main guys, like.
Yeah.
And I listened to quite a few of them, and I was into a lot of the stuff they were talking about. But then it just got to be too ridiculous, They're just too, when they couldn't explain something or whatever, it's just too much ridicule, and it was too dogmatic for me. And then I just sort of ended up switching gears into all this. But I mean, I was also, into spiritual stuff. Not really, because I was into spiritual stuff at the time as well. But I was still listening to all this science and skeptical stuff. But then of course I went down a bunch of rabbit holes, and then ended up here.
Right. No, I agree. It's like same here, but I just kind of like took my step out of atheism with the atheists.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I just didn't they just didn't have a foundation.
So what do you want to talk a little bit more about your step into like creating this foundation of hope and stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, not yet, but I am on Twitter, Connections Hope. And I just started it a couple months ago, and I have almost 700 followers, which is not that much, but I've had people from all over the world reach out to me that have had loss. I mean, this guy in Russia lost his mother, his father, and his children within 2 years. And that's not my experience. So I just want to help these people. And also on Facebook, it's going to be Connections of Hope, nice. Which I have it ready. You guys, I'm trying to be very thoughtful and just very thoughtful in how I put everything out there.
Intentional.
Because I want to stay on message. And just be very thoughtful and more into quality instead of quantity. But, right now it's Twitter, Connections Hope. Then I will be Facebook within the next 2 weeks, Connections of Hope. And then after that, I will have a website, which would be connectionsofhope.org. And take it from there. I'm writing a book, a memoir. And just that's kind of where it's going.
Nice.
But it's just kind of it's kind of happening much faster than I thought.
Have you thought about actually trying to, I mean, this might be a little personal of a question, but have you ever tried thinking about contacting Glenn at all, like through mediumship or through... Well,
I've done all that, and that's another part of the book and things that I've been tweeting about. I've had all the connections. I've made it. A lot of it that brought me to it was this thing called EMDR with IADC, and IADC means instant after death communication. And trust me, you guys, I am not airy-fairy. I moved to Los Angeles in the late 1980s in the height of the New Age movement. And trust me, I'm not one of them. But, those people are so gullible, they believe anything. So I'm very skeptical. But, I did experience PTSD after Glenn died because, I had to do life support, everything, went to the hospital, took him off life support, very traumatic. Mm-hmm. And so I found this doctor in Los Angeles, actually, who trained under the guy who invented it, Dr. Botkin in Chicago, who worked at a VA hospital. And so I went there, and it's REM sleep, but you're awake. So you're moving your eyes back and forth, and then you close your eyes, and you see things. It sounds so crazy, but it really happened. I went there, and he said, okay, picture yourself. You're just getting home from getting groceries, and you're going into the bedroom, and you're seeing Glenn, and he's in total duress. And so I'm moving the eyes back and forth, 20 or 30 times. And then he said, close your eyes. And then he said, what do you see? And this sounds so crazy, you guys, but I saw Glenn pop out of the top of his head and jump to the side of the bedroom and said, I'm over here. I'm not dead. I'm alive. I'm alive.
Wow.
Yeah. And I have never done drugs. Okay. But, and then even more. And then he said, okay, take yourself to the hospital. And, now you're taking him off life support. And so I'm envisioning him, laying in the bed in the coma with the ventilator on because he was never conscious. And within a second, he didn't have the ventilator on, and he's sitting up on the edge of the bed, and he's talking to me and his sisters and his son, and he's telling us all what happened, and he's fine. And this all just happened in this doctor's office. And so I started going back, and about once a month. And after about 8 months, I started having kind of some experiences on my own at home or when I was out in nature. And it kind of freaked me out a little bit because I'm not someone that ever chose to be like a psychic or anything, But I've had like a lot of incredible experiences that I can't really account for. But at the same time, I'm still a skeptic.
Small s skeptic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's like, I think like, what about like when we were cavemen? It's like, if there was reincarnation, would you want to like really come and be a caveman? Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Might have been more peaceful. Maybe it was more peaceful back then. Maybe it was people were happier when they just had less
what about
distractions.
Yes, but then what about like when you were an amoeba or like a
a wolfen?
Some days I would kill to be an amoeba.
Yeah, a wolfen.
So do you have any questions for us at all, Rachel?
Yes, I do. Okay. So what would you guys say, I want each of you to answer, was your defining moment where you knew that when you're dead, you're not dead? If you do think that way, whether it was a guest on the show or a defining moment in your life or you're just an all-knowing, or maybe you don't feel that way at all. That's my question.
Okay, I'll answer first because.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's more of I don't have a defining moment. I think it's just a build-up of different experiences and an all-knowing. But it's not. But I'm not dogmatic about it. But I really think the evidence is. Not only do I feel that way, but I think the evidence is pointing that way as well. And I think it's just a mixture of listening to people's experiences and having my own experiences where just consciousness. I feel like it extends outside of our brain somehow, and that we're not just dead when we die. What do you think, Darren?
Nice.
I'm still
not sure.
Yeah, pretty convinced.
Yeah.
A collection of psychedelic experiences.
Is that what it was, or was it your kids' past lives experiences?
Like between dealing with life and death and eating mushrooms and such.
Was it that trip report that you almost were going to die that we haven't heard about yet on the show?
No, not that one. Other one. Yeah, I couldn't pinpoint it. It was a slow transgression, I would say. But 10 years ago, I was an atheist.
You were?
Yeah.
So what got you out of being an atheist? I'm like looking for more evidence.
I don't think there is a ton of evidence. You just have to look at the lack of evidence in the other direction.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, which I do.
Yeah, exactly. Huh. Right on.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it was so good. Thanks for telling your story, and it's an important one. You and Darren have both traveled from atheism to some sort of believer.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you. Thanks so much, guys. I love your show. I stumbled upon it on, I think, Twitter. I found it on Twitter.
Oh, that's right. We meant to ask you that. Yeah,
Twitter.
Yeah, it was an interesting subject, and I can't even remember what it was, but I fell in love with the banter in the beginning.
Oh, right.
And then I liked the the chat.
Okay, good.
So keep up the good work, guys.
Thanks, Rachel. Yeah, thanks. Keep in touch.
Do you have a favorite jingle?
Okay. I don't know. You pick.
Oh,
no.
I'm not going to play that one. I won't play that one.
Thanks, Rachel.
Bingo, bango, social media jingle. Don't forget to rate, comment, and or subscribe to the Grimerica newsletter. Bingo, bango,
social media jingle.
Don't forget to rate, comment, and or subscribe.
If you're gonna text me, you might as well just have a fucking notepad.
Newsletter, yeah.
Is he there this time? Hello, Adam?
What's going on with Adam? We're trying to get Adam on again. He's the only one we're having problems with, and he's a fellow podcaster.
Hello, Adam. Wah, wah, wah. I got rid of the sad trombone. Oh, Graham's going to go for a pee. So you have until Graham gets back from his pee to figure out your audio.
Adam.
Maybe I could play.
What's wrong? You do like the train? Do you have the train jingle?
No, I got rid of that one.
Hey Siri, play a sad trombone sound.
No, there's no way fucking what's happening.
Looking for sad trombone sound.
Did play it.
Did it play the trombone?
Yeah.
No way. Do it again.
Wow.
Wait, let me try.
For once, Siri did something good.
Hey Siri, play a sad trombone sound.
Sorry, I couldn't find sad trombone in your music.
Hey Siri, play a sad trombone sound.
Your guy isn't as good, Darren.
Hey Siri, play a sad trombone sound.
A sad one?
Sad.
I couldn't find a sad trombone.
You have to have Apple Music.
See, he's not good.
You are fucking useless.
You have to have Apple Music.
Was that what it is?
Try harder.
Hey, iPhones lives matter. Come on.
No.
Don't yell at your phone.
I'm going to switch him to the fucking Australian guy.
Actually,
because I'm sick of the fucking British guy. I'm sick of him.
Hey. Don't get the UK posse on you, man.
Sorry, UK posse. My phone has an attitude since he became British. I've noticed it developing. What do you think the Australian guy will be like?
You like some Tim Tams, Darren?
Do you think I could download more? I think I'd like an Irish guy. That come off as weird. What's his last name? What's it start with?
Mick. Mick.
Yeah.
It didn't work out quite as I hoped. No answer.
Try his phone number. I think I mastered his phone number in there.
Mastered it?
Yeah.
You mastered it like a fucking record? Hey, he mastered it. Oh, nothing. It's okay, he mastered it.
Didn't know you were talking to me. I was thinking about something.
Of course.
Does he have his own mountain?
Ooh.
Maybe.
John Dew?
There's only 30 minutes left on the speaker, then I'll have to stop it and restart it. So it'll all come crashing down, but then just don't worry, just go back. I'll just start right back up. I refuse to pay them any more money.
You've reached the voicemail box of John Doe. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
After you leave a
Should we leave
message,
him a funny... We should record a message on it. It'll be like on the podcast.
Yeah, would have been good, but it's too late now.
He could have listened back to his message on the podcast.
I got some voicemails I can play in the interim. I got one ready to go.
Happy 4th birthday, Grimerica. From your little kitty Grimericans.
They're pretending to be cats.
Oh, I think I heard a little I love you in there.
Yeah,
oh, cute
that's
kids.
American kids.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Finally.
Last chance, motherfucker.
Hey, you got me. I can finally hear you. I've been having audio problems and fixed itself on the second reboot, so. Oof.
That's okay.
How you guys doing tonight?
Oh,
Graham's still peeing in the snow? Oh, he's back.
Go Bango. There's no snow here now.
He's playing.
No?
It's not winter all year round here.
Just about.
Most of the year.
Graham's got his shorts on, calves out, full effect.
Rock out with your calf out.
This is fucking, you know.
Just about spit grape drink all over the place.
I've always wondered why Graham always wants to wear shorts so much. And I think I fucking figured it out. He's like, any excuse to show off these fucking calves.
It's kind of like when a girl gets fake breasts, you know, and she wants to show them off. That's Graham with his calves.
I could just
Graham, do you have calf implants?
At the cash register,
I've been accused.
Standing on his tippy toes.
I've been accused of it.
So is that how you got your current girlfriend? You flex those calves in front of her?
Yeah. He walks on his hands in front of all of his girlfriends. Jiggle my calves.
I was in a golf tournament. I had to tee off in front of like 170 drunk guys. And they started heckling me about my calves. Look at those daddy calves. He's got implants. It was pretty embarrassing. I was sober too.
They're quite spectacular.
170 drunk guys.
I think we should actually do a calf photo shoot for Grimerica calendar or whatever. No. Graham and his calves.
So instead of firefighters, we just have Graham's calves on every month?
Just different angles. Well, like, you know, he's on the beach or he's in the hot tub or... But it's mostly just calf.
I think we should dress his calves up as famous UFO researchers so we can have, like, the Greer edition, the Jacques Vallée calf.
I don't think so.
You can fucking meditate to him.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, you guys.
Just the calendar. It's good.
I'm making a calf sigil.
I think Grimesteak made socks with Graham's picture on the front page. And then a picture of his calf.
Those weren't mine.
Oh, no, just one he downloaded off the internet.
Oh, those weren't my calves. That's what I was telling you. Somebody was hoaxing my calves. I had my face and somebody else's calves.
I wish I could figure out how to fucking do a GIF for episode art.
No, we don't need to.
Because the episode art is priceless for this episode. If you're not using a podcatcher that lets you see the episode art, you're really missing out. Napoleon went above and beyond.
Well, check out the show notes because there's a beautiful video in there, too.
No, there won't be.
No, not putting the sexy video in?
I doubt it. Something tells me that's not going to make the cut.
Show notes have to be done by tonight. I'm going to be very minimal this episode.
That's right. I leave town in less than 48 hours.
Nice.
36 hours. So, how'd you find the show, Otto? Have we asked you that already? The people forgot, I'm sure.
Oh, I found you guys at Paradigm Symposium, so I met you in person without ever listening to the show. Graham was sitting at a little desk there, nobody around, just kind of looking around, weepy-eyed and Frodo-footed, and handed me a sticker, and I kind of ignored him. And I think I came back to you guys like a year and a half, but been in love ever since.
It's because you didn't have your shorts on, I bet, Graham.
I probably did.
No, he had a shirt on. He had a Grimerica shirt on.
No, his shorts. If you just saw those magnificent
if that's
calves.
what it was. It was winter. He didn't have his shorts on. Otherwise, I would have fallen in love with the calves.
Yeah, we're fairly off-putting in person. This is a problem. That's why
instead of a moai, you should have had a calf.
Not to do events. Because then nobody wants to listen to the show if they actually meet us.
I don't think you're.
No, but I remember meeting Adam, and we chatted for quite a bit on the Paradigm and all that, and then we met him the year after. And then
actually, after that first meeting, I mean, we did meet. We went to the diner. We hooked up with Micah Hanks and a few other people, and we ended up having a really good time. In fact, I got in contact with Darren through the chat and, email and stuff like that way before I became a regular listener. Yeah. I actually became friends with you guys first, and then Darren convinced me to get into podcasting. So, between you and Micah Hanks, it's all your guys' fault.
You're to blame. Micah Hanks kind of blame for our show, too.
Yep.
And Ben Grundy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good accusation to give.
Well, how's Friend Snow going there, Adam?
I like it. I'm having fun. As of this next week, which we're starting to record, Justin and Napoleon are coming on as regulars. So for those people that have enjoyed them, it's going to be a lot of fun. I really enjoy working with those guys. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm sure you guys understand this when you do a podcast. You start out thinking it's going to be one thing, and it turns into something completely else. So I'm just really happy at where it's going. So I don't know. It feels a bit clunky now, but I realize I'm only 60 episodes in. So I'm sure once I get back to, up to like 150, it'll start to feel like old hat.
Ours changed direction literally a week before launch.
Really? What was the direction change?
Terrible to good.
We were gonna do just like rundown news and stuff like that. Like I think we were just planning on running down news, like chatting amongst ourselves, like three of us. And then we decided to just go the total guest route after, which thank God.
Yeah. I think.
Well, it's a good thing that you kept the banter in the beginning, because that's what endeared me to you guys.
Could you imagine if it was just that though? Jeez.
Yeah.
I'd like if it was just that with the guests. I enjoy more of the off topics. Not necessarily. You guys pull on a lot of the oddball guests, which is great. I mean, pulling on Randall before anybody had really heard of him, things like that. But nothing on the big guests. But if I hear Nick Redfern on the Paracast, I hear him on Mysterious Universe, wherever else. I don't want to hear the same things. I want to hear him talk about something other than his latest book. So I like the banter.
Yeah.
Old Nicky.
We might have him on actually again. So.
Yeah, you should. He recently did. I want to say Banal of America, or it was a Greg Bishop show on his latest Roswell book, which sounds absolutely amazing. If I had the time to read it, it would definitely be in my library.
We were going to boycott Roswell at the beginning.
It's been nearly 4 years.
Don't do it on this. Nick Redfern's done a really good job, and I think he's finally dug down and found the core of what Roswell really is. So, I mean, if you're ever going to do a Roswell episode, I think this is probably the definitive one to do that you can lay it to bed on.
So what is it then? What's the gist of it?
I don't want to ruin the nutshell, but essentially it involves balloons and
What's a nutshell?
He has an alternative theory to Roswell.
You mean the bombshell, the nutshell?
Instead of laying out all the details, here's just a little clump.
Japanese
so essentially it's balloons and Japanese people and secret American programs during World War II, in which we had some crashes, some landings of Japanese and Americans, and part of that is that we were using apparently prisoners and people with physical deformities. So you come across a crash site that has some Japanese people in it, you come across a crash site that has some people that are dressed in spacesuits and they're deformed, you might think it's an alien.
Especially if they've been up there for a couple of years.
And I'm doing it no justice. Literally a nutshell.
Up where?
Well, they would have been the war.
45.
Up where?
In the atmosphere.
Balloon, bro.
Well, the idea would be that you would float through the jet stream, I think, because during World War II there was a lot of bombs that
they're floating around for a couple of years up there, just dead.
They're kind of look alien-esque.
Is that what's happening though? Am I picking it up right?
No. What they would do is, I think from Japan, because the jet airstream blows right over the United States, they would launch
right over Roswell.
Yeah, but Roswell was 2 years later.
But Roswell wasn't known about then. So whenever something
Japan surrendered.
No, but it was known about because it was the only nuclear, it was the only atomic bomb installation where people were flying atomic bombs out of it, right?
Nuclear
bomb. Goes Darren, and I haven't read the book, so the details are not crisp with me. But I think what it is that's what they were doing with the war, and we developed our own balloon program, and we had our own crash. And on that crash is what happened and was discovered. Instead of saying, hey, look, we're doing, we've had Japanese land in balloons in America during the war, which you don't want to say that you've had the enemy land on your soil. I mean, we had bombs blow up and land on the soil by the Japanese that we didn't talk about through the same type of air balloons. So, hey, look, you're taking U.S. citizens who had physical deformities, had them sign a sheet, they crashed and died in the desert, and it's all to, covering up foreign invaders. I don't know. It's a story I believe you should get Nick, and he can certainly do it much more justice.
Like the better idea of him, stranded up there, lost in a balloon.
Yeah, but they'd be skeletons by then. Yeah, they'd be skeletons.
Did any of you guys ever see the old Gilligan's Island? Where they found the old Japanese soldier, and he didn't know the war wasn't over?
That was Korean, I think.
No, it was Japanese.
No? Was it?
Japanese guy.
Yeah, that's happened before in real life. There was a guy they found 50 years after Vietnam who didn't know that it had ended.
The Gilligan's Island would only been fucking 20 years after, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you get Nick on as a guest, guys?
Yeah,
talk to him about his new book.
Yeah, we should, yeah.
Before he's got another new book. Because he'll have one in another 2 weeks. The guy's a machine.
Yeah.
We've been making Nick Redfern book jokes since the first episode.
Yeah.
He's always pumping them out. Some of them are good, though. I really like some of them.
Yeah, and they're good, interesting topics, right?
Yeah. Actually, Nick was just on Alejandro's podcast, and they were talking about this. I just listened to it last night, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's good. You should bring him on.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a cool alternative theory.
Yeah.
And he's probably one of the coolest, nicest guys in the field, too. So, he's always worth supporting. It's my favorite thing about the dude. Nice guy.
Yeah, Nick's fun.
Yeah, when we met Adam, we met Nick, and we chatted for hours, eh? Everybody at that symposium, it was great.
Are those guys going to the Red Pill?
No.
I might come if you want to go do that. We can take my car.
I'm probably going with my girlfriend.
Oh, all right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, burn.
Hey Siri, play the sad trombone sound.
He sounds all sad on the last episode, looking for someone to go with. James offers and just, no, burn.
Wow.
No, you can come. But I need you to look after the cats. That's what I was
Yeah, I'll take the cat.
You can sit in the back.
No,
you take Zeus and I'll go down on the Red Pill.
Hey, mail Zeus down to me. I'll take care of him.
Zeus is awesome.
No problem. I'll fucking bag him up.
Oh, I'll take him. He's got to come to see Uncle James.
Old Uncle James, peanut butter weekend.
Yeah. Uncle James gets him hooked on treats. He won't shut up now when I get home.
He's awesome.
Meow. Sneaking in that catnip.
Oh, yeah.
Graham's got a fan in the house.
He does like the catnip, that's for sure. Loves that.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he loves it.
No.
Catnip?
I got a video of him loving it.
Oh, yeah. Little addict.
Yeah, he's a straight edge cat. You ruined him.
Little weed machine. What else you got, Adam? Do we have any others? Did we already do the How'd You Find? We did the How'd You Find the show.
We did the How We Find. You didn't ask me who I'd like to have as a guest on your show.
Who'd you like to have as a guest on our show?
Don Ecker of Dark Matters Radio. Been in the field a long time. He likes to talk about lunar anomalies, and if you ever want to talk to anyone about UFO history, he is the person to go to. He's been in the field running UFO magazine from way back in the day. He's an ex-detective who got into the field, and I don't know. I don't think there's anybody that has a bad thing to say about him. If you look at the old Brookings report, which was, the report that came out saying that essentially if we release and announce that there's going to be UFOs or that we've had alien contact, religion will fall apart, economic, systems will fall. All that was the Brookings report, and those files were found by Don Ecker. So I don't know. He's a staple in the field. You guys should try to get him on.
Right on. Yeah, we'll think about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've heard him before quite a bit.
Yeah, I recommend people listen to his podcast. That's why I really started to learn about the history of ufology. And he does episodes on debunking people. He has, I don't know, just a lot of really old stuff, things that you wouldn't hear about going all the way back to the Donald Keyhoes in the beginning. And man, I think I've heard 3 or 4 episodes that he has done just on exposés where he outs people as being frauds in the field. It's really cool.
Right on.
Bingo bango. Thanks, Adam.
Bingo.
Maybe during my vacation I'll come on Friends to Know.
Yeah, you're always welcome, man.
Get drunk. Make an ass of myself.
Right, we'll slam some dad juice down.
Adam can make us some onions.
That's right. Clip some onions, inhale some knowledge, and drink some dad juice.
Yeah. Are you still on the onion kick?
Yeah, I fucking love onions, man. They're delicious.
Adam, I'm doing this like no carb thing right now. It sucks, buddy.
Yeah, give James some tips on
week,
keto.
Take some MCT oil. Go get some Keto Canna on Amazon, and you'll be fine.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it later because I hate it right now. I can't have any bread. I can't have any good pasta stuff.
Yeah. Stay on it long enough, you'll start craving it, and it'll be old hat, man.
I feel like a crackhead right now. It's just when I look at a piece of bread, you know.
It's crazy, eh? You get addicted to carbs. It's crazy. It's a mindfulness thing. Bring yourself back to the moment, to the breath.
I don't know what to eat.
And then just
think about how fucking good.
All right, so
you just have water.
You can't go. You can't go to any
buttery piece of sourdough bread just toasted to perfection.
Yeah, like you can't go anywhere and order any food because it's all got carbs, all of it.
Yep.
You can't go get a burger. You can't do anything like, what are you going to eat? A patty?
Potato chips.
I don't know. Full of carbs. They're basically carbonated chips. That's all it is carbs.
Go to this place downtown. It's called Fork and Salad, and it's just you could just order big bowls of salad.
Big fork and salad.
Yeah.
Can you tell the aggravation in my tone?
Yeah, you're all grumpy.
Yeah, because I can't have bread.
Get this guy some carbs.
And people think the earth is flat.
I'm gonna keep a little bag of chips down here for when James comes over.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm all fired up about no bread or no carbs in the flat Earth today. Sorry. It's not hard to set me off.
Hey, Grimesteak, quit smoking, you fuck.
You're gonna get him to quit, aren't you?
I'm gonna keep bugging him till he quits. Yeah.
Start smoking the green stuff. Get rid of the brown.
Smokers are jokers.
Devil's lettuce.
It's brown. Flush it down.
Why don't you do a podcast about how the legalization is coming?
Yeah, we should.
Doing your mom.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a guy, the founder of Normal. Try to get him on. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Right on, Adam. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. I will see you guys around. You obviously are friends, so.
All right,
brother. Yeah, we'll talk soon.
See you, bud.
Later.
See you in the chats. Favorite jingle?
Oh, yeah. America's Funniest Home Videos, of course.
Oh.
That's
good old Bob Saget.
I'm taking off my headphones.
Turn it down.
Some say they like coast to coast, but on demand, raw and uncut interview, and all without no ads. Once it's false and once that's true, and the Rachel synchros too. Grimerica is here for you. Stories from the listeners, they sent to Graham. He'll read them and be amazed, but Darren may say no. One says red and one says blue, but if it's both, it just won't do. Grimerica is here for you.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Happy birthday, boy.
Oh, thanks.
Graham doesn't count this as a birthday. It'd be too many.
Hey, I'm right up there with you, buddy.
Right on. So we've got Janine. We could say your name, right? This isn't anonymous.
Sure.
Janine is with us. Right on.
Yeah.
So how did you, let's start at the beginning. Like, I know you want to tell one of your extended synchronicities, which will be interesting. But how did you, when did you find us, and how did you find us?
Probably about a year ago. I think I was looking through some Gordon White stuff and happened across your podcast. So I've been listening ever since.
Good old
Gordon. If it wasn't for
White.
happenstance, we'd be fucked. Like our main thing.
Yeah, I found you on YouTube, so.
Oh, okay. It was a
yeah,
YouTube
I'm
one.
pretty low tech. I don't do a whole lot of podcast apps or anything like that. Just good old YouTube.
YouTube actually gets the art.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hmm.
I think.
That's good. Yeah, YouTube's one of those things. Like some episodes do really well on YouTube, and some don't. And luckily we automatically upload it when we do the podcast, so it's just another platform that we can use.
Yep, it's a good one.
We've been thinking about doing more videos, like content of our listeners. Like some of our listeners have presentations or really interesting data and graphs to show, but we're still not really sure how we're gonna do that, or if we should put that extra time in to do that.
Yeah, the live casting thing would be cool, I think.
I think we'll figure that out maybe for special events.
Yeah, we were just looking at it tonight, but it was we weren't prepared enough to get on that, so we decided to use the Spreaker one instead.
We were much less prepared than we thought we were.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how much effort it takes to get it all coordinated.
Yeah, 4 years we haven't learned a thing, really.
The learning curve is low.
So tell us about your synchronicity, if you don't mind.
You want to pick your own synchronicity jingle?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. There's a remix for you, Felix.
Yeah, I don't know. If I really know all the synchro jingles.
Okay, here, I'll pick one.
I'll pick one for
a
random one.
Synchronicity.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I like the guns one.
That's not everyone's favorite is the other one.
Yeah.
Or did we already play
Graham's an old rocker at heart, though. That's why.
Totally.
We should get you a fanny pack. Grimerica fanny pack.
That's the wrong one.
That's my favorite.
I want a good skull for my synchronicity. If Graham reads it out, then Darren might give it to me. Hey, don't you please read it low. Yeah.
Why don't you come and sing this with me, Graham? Come up on stage, you can rock that one out. But
Monday, I got to start at karaoke first. Maybe I'll do one.
Let me know when I'm coming.
He's got to practice.
See, no, you're not
going to swagger. You can put on the kilt and show off your calves. Like how Axl Rose did, running around with his Doc Martens.
I got to practice at the karaoke first, though, because I don't know.
We'll go to Ducky's.
But it's on my Face the Fear list.
You can do it, buddy. You will kill it. I don't think Graham will actually get up there on stage, to be honest. He looked pretty serious right now. He looked me right in the eye and gave me the old finger point. He's like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like America wants you. Gave me one of those points, but I'm not buying it. You jump out of an airplane, but you won't sing. I don't think.
Tell me when that happens.
No.
But don't tell him that you told me.
It's not going to happen.
No, but just in case.
Okay. Let's have a Grimerica challenge. Get Graham up singing, and I'll record it.
Are you kidding? We can't even get people to donate. How are we going to get fucking enough people?
How about we can get people to donate to get, if you reach a dollar value, Graham will go and sing. Yeah. It's $500. Donations, Grimerica.ca/Graham sings. And then.
Whoa. Graham Shane is worth more than $500.
Okay, 1,000?
Yeah.
$1,000. And then we'll get him up on stage with my band. He'll practice a song, come to rehearsal, and get up on stage, and we'll video it, and then we'll put it on the Grimerica.
Oh, my God.
We'll go down to the costume shop and get you the classic rocker outfit.
Yeah, we'll get him the red bandana. He can be Axl. You get him to do Paradise City.
I'm not going to do the dancing and stuff.
We'll get some dancers for you. Yeah. It'll be great.
No, don't blow your budget. He just has to come and sing. You're spending all your money. You're just spending it on two girls. It's $1,000.
You can do the auditions.
No. You guys take the money for the podcast. He goes up and sings after you guys get $1,000
no dancers,
donation.
No fuck off.
No, you can't afford that.
No, we gotta get.
This isn't the Rogan show.
No, we have Janine here. We gotta listen to her synchronicity. Enough of this. I'm getting all sweaty and
look, his calves are getting all shiny.
Getting all nervous.
Sorry to hijack that.
Oh, no worries. If I can come on a podcast, Graham, you can get on stage.
No thanks. Maybe one day. I do want to face my fear in that. I know I have an irrational fear about it, so.
Yeah.
He still thinks there's only 20 people that listen to the podcast.
Yeah, well, things change, don't they?
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I'm really nervous, actually. It's kind of crazy how nervous I am.
That's Graham's fault. See,
it's really not. But, synchros. That's kind of why I'm here. So, yeah.
Fire away. What do you got?
Fire away. It's really kind of woo-woo and goes way back, so
that's okay.
Strap in. All right, y'all ready for some crazy?
Yep.
All right. It goes all the way back to 2012. But I work nights, and I was working. And we have a phone system at this place that usually rings overhead when we have an incoming call. And our phones in the pharmacies only ring, say, if there's an internal call from another phone inside. Well, my phone rang, and a bunch of crazy digits showed up on the thing, and I was like, where is this from? Thinking it should have rang overhead if it was an incoming call and somebody else would have got it. So I'm like, well, it must be for me, so I'll just pick up the phone, and picked up the phone, and there was like this crazy electronic noise. I was like, okay, weird. So, the numbers were strange, and I just kept wondering about it. Like, I had to hold the phone away from my ear, and eventually just hung up because it was just really loud. But I ended up writing the numbers down, and then it just kept bugging me for a few days. So I don't even know what crossed my mind, but I ended up Googling the numbers, and some stuff came up about the Mayan calendar, strangely enough. And I don't know, I just did some math. I wish I wrote down what the numbers were, but it was, over 4 years ago, and I didn't think anything about it after it happened. But I did some math with what came up, and it pointed to 2016. I was like, okay, 2016. That's 4 years to wait. So get most of the way through 2016, and, there's nothing going on, but it's still in the back of my head. And then it was like the last week of December, and I think I remember it had to do with like your Keck episode, your Pepe and 4chan episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked into my kitchen, and like the power had been normal all day, nothing had happened. I walked into my kitchen, and my microwave read 2222. I was like, okay, that's weird. I don't even know how it got on a 24-hour clock. It never does that. So, I don't know. It must have been after that I listened to that episode. And, I almost forgot. I had to write this down because it's so long. So, like, the 2222 kept bugging me, and I remember looking it up, too. And it got into some numerology. Yeah. And, okay, that gets crazy. Sorry, I'm really nervous.
That's okay.
Kind of nuts. So there's this thing, I looked up this numerology site, like, it was really funny that I just kind of plugged in 2222 to see what would come up on the Google, because, the Google and algorithms these days. And, hit on that numerology site, and it came up. The third post was this thing called the Master Builder, which I thought was really funny as far as that numerology goes, because like I have a degree in architecture. So that was kind of ironic. And I kept reading, and it was pretty far out about just rebuilding things and, I don't know, crazy stuff. So then that's when your Keck episode kicked in. And that kind of blew my mind, because I didn't really realize until that episode, like, the significance of the 2222. And then I was kind of like, oh my gosh, what do you do with that, right? So, it all kind of came full circle when I came around to donate. Like, I was going to sign up for some stuff and donate, and I scrolled down on your button bar, and there was 2222 on your donate thing. So I was like, all right.
I wonder if I'm tricking people.
Right, I guess I got to do that, yeah.
Guess I need to do that. I guess the universe says that's what you need to do. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of full circle. Here I am.
I wonder if there's any other numbers I can put up there
to trigger people.
trigger numbers, donation triggers. Well, thanks for the support.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. I hope it buys me a good rating.
You're a 1%er.
Well, hey.
Yeah, that'll get you an 8. That'll get you an 8 for sure.
Awesome. That's pretty sweet. So it's kind of a very disjointed story. It's kind of long and drawn out, but the fact that I've been having crazy, like the whole days and weeks after December, stuff has just been like nonstop for me. It's really strange, like starting to, meditate more and get clearer on things. And like, I'm finding things easier. I'm led to things more. I'm starting to like see things that happen. Like I get visual images of things, and then like a week or 2 weeks later, like that thing actually pops up in my field. I'm just like, whoa. So I'm kind of wondering if anybody else is experiencing this, if it's like a ionic super wave from this kind of thing. Anybody else tuning in and turning psychic, or am I just kind of like making this shit up?
No, I think it's happening. I think things are shifting for sure.
Or precog.
Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool. Nothing weird has ever happened to me in my life. It's just, I don't know, stuff's starting to roll.
Yeah, that's good. I always wonder if there's something that people, like, because you're tuning in more and you're focusing more, maybe stuff is happening easier.
Yeah, and I've started eating better and, like, trying to detox, like, get real, clean out and
I think you notice
see if that helps tune.
You notice that more once your mind starts to kind of relax and slow down when you're not as busy or you're not as distracted, You start to tune into those things more.
I agree. I mean, I was, for the first, 15 years after college, always focused on a career, and then had some interesting things happen that in retrospect, it was like it pushed me in a different direction, and now I think it was kind of intentional. But I've found a really great job where it's very low key and pretty much can spend my hours at work researching stuff and digging. So it's like digging all day and digging all night. And that's definitely what they don't want you to do. They want to keep you busy, and the proverbial they want you to not focus on anything else but the grind.
Yeah. So. Is it you that has that daily record of your sky at sunset?
Yeah.
So on Instagram you have the Fires in the Sky account, right?
Yeah, that's me.
And you take pictures of your night sky at sunset all the time. It's pretty cool.
Like the pink one there, the pink and blue at the top.
Yeah.
Well, I try and be objective. I mean, some people do nothing but just photograph the bad stuff and keep it in your face. It's like, I just want a real true record of what's happening, just so I can go back and look and see if it's getting better, getting worse, that kind of thing. And just for posterity's sake, I guess.
Graham's focusing on all the chemtrails on those pictures now.
Chemtrail.
Yeah. He's like, yep, chemtrail, not chemtrail, chemtrail,
there's
not
a lot.
chemtrail.
I mean, I started last year just because it was undeniable. And it's like, this has never been this bad. And I'm like, I'm just going to start doing this. So.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think that's how we change stuff is, start pointing at stuff and say, this isn't right, this isn't right. And start making noise.
Yeah. So do you have any people now that you're doing a different job and you're digging in, do you have any people you would suggest we have on the show, or anybody you'd want us to? Oh man,
you guys hit so many good ones in like the last 3 months. It's just, I don't know that there's anybody left.
Do you have any favorite eps?
Oh man, I have to say, like, I have about 3 or 4 that are really great, but honestly, your Craig Flowers episode was pretty intense.
that's great.
Awesome.
Ooh, that
he was really good. Like, I'm still wading through his paper. It's amazing. So Dan Winter was another one. He was fabulous.
Yeah, those were two of my favorites back then too. And Craig would love that because Craig was really just a listener, and he had this paper and he wanted to share it. And it took us a while to finally get him on, but he's onto some serious stuff. Yeah, and the Dan Winters thing as well. I mean, I've been meaning to read his paper in a little bit more depth, especially since we've realized that. Yeah. I think he was involved in the creation of that Netflix show OA, which is really interesting.
Seriously.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Very interesting. Yeah. Well, they got to park the truth somewhere, don't they?
Yeah, and I think it was stolen off him. I mean, he's like, well, yeah, these guys from Hollywood came by or whatever, and I never heard back from him,
Oh. Well, I can see where that would be true.
No, am I thinking the right guy, Darren? Dan Winters? Yeah.
Probably not.
Or is it Dan Davidson? Am I thinking the wrong guy?
It was probably Dan Davidson.
Yeah, I'm thinking the wrong guy. Sorry.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, the truth is somewhere between fiction and science, so.
Yeah. Right on. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
You have a favorite jingle?
Oh, sorry to do this, Graham, but the chemtrails one is pretty good.
the good chem. Well, there's that other one with Kate Bush's song mixed in and all. Nobody wants to hear that.
Chemical trails.
Chemical trails.
I heard that guy. He got interviewed by
I heard it too somewhere else. And I go, that's from our jingle. Yeah.
I think it was Alejandro or did it or one of those guys. Yeah.
There you go, Graham.
All right.
Graham is an all-in believer in chemtrails.
You're getting a hard rap on that chemical trails jingle.
That's it.
That's it, buddy. Yeah.
No more, John?
No. Well, I don't know. You want to try him again?
We should try him.
Sure, try him again.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny.
And if not, we'll leave a message.
Give him a jingle message.
Hopefully he's not on the East Coast. Is he on the East Coast? Or we're going to wake him up in the middle?
No, I don't know. I told him the time, so yeah. And I didn't get Bob's. I never got Bob's address, so.
Should we just fill his mailbox up with jingles?
Yeah, we should do that. we should just do the outro on. Let's just do the outro on his.
Do the Grimerica, whatever home videos one.
Grim, don't fucking share the Hangouts or join one of the other chat rooms. I guess you can still share the Hangouts until we find a home base. Huh.
Maybe you got stage fright.
You've reached the voicemail box of John Doe. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
After you leave a message, you can modify it by pressing pound.
All right, let's see how long we can leave this message. Hey, John, it's the Grimerica show.
We might as well just end it.
End what?
The show.
Yeah, let's end the show right now on John's message.
Okay.
John had some experiences to talk about meditation and psychedelic and all that, so maybe we'll have him on next time.
Yeah, or you can email him in.
Yeah. Yeah, he can email him in, too. Actually,
Everyone wants more passports, so I don't know. We'll figure something out. Maybe
everyone wants more passports, really? Yeah, maybe.
We'll see what happens after we actually release this.
Yeah.
See what the feedback is.
I think I do have one left over that I haven't read from him yet, so to read that on the show.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for the 4 years, buddy. It's been good.
4 years already, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how long it's been.
Staring at your ugly mug across the table.
Yeah.
You're getting shorter and balder. I'm getting fatter
and balder.
One common theme. Everyone's getting balder. So, yeah, big thanks, everyone. Check out grimerica.ca/support, guys. Seriously, the 1% or less of people that do that are the people that keep this shit going and allow us to do these live things. And, oh, shit. No, we can't just do it without playing the other voicemails. There's a couple more voicemails.
Okay, we'll play a voicemail on John's voicemail.
Yeah, we'll play two. There's two. Okay, start with this one's from a friend of the show, Nick the Rat.
Oh, Nick the Rat.
Are you still leaving him a voicemail?
Yeah.
Hey, hi, Grimerica. I just want to say happy birthday. You're 4 years old now, which is a little bit too old for my taste, but, the younger the better. But I just want to say,
Oops.
What?
and Darren, you guys are great. You really bring important topics to the forefront, and it's great listening to you. Sometimes I like to lay there late at night and rub oil all over my body while I listen to the show. Ooh. And Napoleon's art is great too, so that's like the cherry on the top of the show as well. Keep it up. Go Canada. Nick the Rat out. Happy birthday, everybody. Bye.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
You got another one?
I had more time. Yeah, this one's from, doesn't say who it's from.
Uh-oh. Have you heard it?
Mystery. No, I haven't. I didn't.
No, what? You haven't even listened to it yet?
Anything, no.
You didn't even screen Nick's there?
This is what they've said in the last hour or so, that the incident of Vauxhall, that's just down the river from where we are here, is not connected to the incident here about a third of the mile down the road behind me at Borough Market. They've asked for common sense and restraint to be used when people circulate pictures and videos.
So that was from the UK posse, obviously.
Hopefully he's okay. I wonder if
Your message has reached the maximum duration allowed. To send a message, just hang up. Or for more options, press 1.
Should we call back?
No.
To send a message, just hang up. Or for more options, press 1.
All we can do is
hang up on John. And then, did you hear the happy birthday out of the UK posse there?
No.
Out of the recording, it came out. Somebody said, happy birthday. On the voice message.
Sounded British.
I didn't hear that.
British.
Where? Just at the very end?
Yeah.
That was the first message.
What?
No, just at the very end.
This is what they've said in the last hour or so, that about a third of them pictures and videos of incidents, and that's something they've said in previous incidents as well.
Happy birthday.
They've said a number of...
Thanks.
That could have been Kevin. I don't know. Anyway, there's one of the UK, one of the many. Big shout out to all the UK posse out there.
Friend of the show, Gaynor, the other Graham.
Yep,
the other Graham that people used to always think was you.
The Graham.
I think that's about as good as far as I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Support the show if you can. Grimerica.ca/support. Thanks for listening, guys. We are on holidays for a couple of weeks, but the show will continue.
Yep, you won't even notice a difference.
You won't even notice a difference. But we'll be back in a couple of weeks. Thanks for listening, guys. See you next week.